Hey up guys, this is Opti, welcome back to another video. This is my Platinum walkthrough for Callisto Protocol. No damage, we're going to be going through this whole thing without taking any damage. The routing in this is pretty good. I've got a lot of good strategies for all the battles to make them as easy as possible. But we're also going to be going quite fast as well. I'll be taking you through everything, all the collectibles, the best weapons to get, the items we're going to collect. We don't collect every single thing. There are some optional routes you can go down which you can get yourself some extra gear. I don't bother going down them, but I will point them out to you. But mostly guys, we're just going for anything related to the Platinum Trophy. So 100% trophies, 100% achievements. That is the plan here. We're doing our maximum security. There is a glitch you can do at the end if you start on the easiest difficulty and then switch it. I don't really know how it works, so all I will say is follow me if you can. Play maximum security. As you can see here, I put on all the accessibility settings except for auto melee. Auto melee, it sometimes makes it so you shoot straight after melee combo when you didn't mean to, and vice versa. So I turn it off just to prevent me from waiting an attack and leaving myself open, because I accidentally did a extra action which I didn't intend to do, because that's what happens when it's on automatic, because it thinks you're still holding the button down because of how the auto melee works. So I leave it off. We do have to take off auto dodge a bit later for a particular trophy, but I'll point you through all of that. But yeah, pretty much these are all my settings guys. Like I say, maximum security. I'll be taking you through everything. I'm going to cut out cutscenes. Yeah, cutscenes, not going to leave them in here. You can't skip them in game. I feel like that's something they might update in the future. The ability to skip out cutscenes. Perhaps in the New Game Plus update. We'll see. It comes in Feb. But this first chapter, there's one collectible, and then that's all it is. And then it's just a bit of story, just showing you the basic controls. So eventually you'll take control here as good old Jacob. Cargo, the first chapter, 8 chapters in total. And you want to come in this first room on the left and you'll find a data BIOS. That is Jacob's job. There's 43 of these altogether, but Platinum pops on 42. But I'm going to be showing you where every single one is, just in case that's some sort of glitch and you do need all 43 in the future. I don't know, but yeah, I'll be showing you all 43 guys, just being the safe side. But yeah, that's the first one. Jacob's job. And I've got a text guide for this as well. If you look in the description, you'll find a link to my text guide. All of this, what we're doing, it's all shown in the text guide, including all my sort of strategies, like a brief overview of the strategy, everything you'll find. When it comes to loot, it's a little bit random. Some key items are always there, like items which you can pick up to sell, for example, a energy converter or a decoder. They will always be in the same place. But when it comes to just normal common loot like credits, Callisto credits, that's like a form of currency, or ammo, or health, yeah, they can be random. So it might be an enemy might drop something, it could be credits, ammo, or health. It just depends really. But when it comes, like I say, when it comes to sort of key things you can sell like energy converter, things like that, they will always be in the same place. And also a wall box containing a health injector, they'll always be the same as well. Just got our first trophy there guys, the outer way. Find the outer way boarding craft. And yep, pretty much all we're doing now guys, bit of story. You're just going to learn the controls a little bit. So all I say, you've got my gameplay here, just follow me and I'll come back at the next crucial piece of information where you need me. All we're doing now guys is just going through a story. Pretty basic, nothing to really explain here. But yeah, enjoy the next sort of 5 minutes or so and I'll come back soon guys, point out the next key thing we need to know.
Almost out of time. There he is!
Papa!
Max! They're heading for the bridge!
Open up!
What are you gonna do? Whenever I have to. What are you doing? No! Shit! Why not? Hold on! I'm on my way!
Warning. Venting atmosphere.
Jacob, get up here! Hurry!
Warning.
Ship's caught in the moon's gravity! We're being pulled in!
After that long cutscene, guys, they're not all that long. Yeah, they're not all that long. The cutscenes don't really take up too much time in this game. But yeah, once you get control back in the cell, you need to look up at the ceiling for a few seconds and then wait for like a little melody. Wait for it. There it is. You hear that? Yeah, if you look around anywhere else, don't seem to work. But when you look upwards, you'll hear that after so many seconds. And then all you do, look down at this little Rubik's Cube on the floor. And you'll get another small scene, guys. And then you'll get control back. Yeah, so what we've got to do now, we've got to go down and meet the new prisoner below us. So to get through this, guys, and I'll see you in a few minutes.
Please, remain calm. There is nothing to fear.
What the hell? Something's not right. Oh my God.
Remain in your cell.
Hey man! Over here! Bruv, what the fuck is going on? I don't know what the hell's going on. My ship crashed, I got thrown in here, and then I woke up to this.
Well, look. You're that pilot they just brought in, yeah? Yeah, well, look, I've been in here half my life. I know this place. I've got a plan to get out. If you help me out of this cell, I'll help you, yeah? But you can use this to get inside a control room across that bridge.
And once you get down here, you'll meet Elias. It's been a long time, my friend. But he gives you this handy shiv.
Don't lose it, Jacob.
Prisoner's best tool. There you go. Desperate times, Elias gives Jacob a shiv. That's a trophy. It's story related. This shiv, very, very useful. You use it for hacking your way through doorways, like so. Rather than just disconnect it, you have to cut it with a shiv. And soon you'll get a little tutorial on the combat, now the way the combat works. Well, the melee part of the combat anyway. You will get weapons later, firearms, but for now, you just got to use your melee. Basically, how it works is with auto dodge on, which we have on in the accessibility settings. You just hold down and you'll always dodge automatically. As long as you dodge, obviously, before the attack connects. Yeah, just hold down. If you have auto dodge off, you need to hold left and then alternate between left and right. That's how it works. But if you're holding towards the enemy a little bit, it won't dodge. That's why auto dodge is good with holding back. So if you're always holding back, there's no way you can be holding forward a little bit. Because what can happen when the enemy comes at you, obviously the camera angle changes depending on their approach. And if you're holding left, sometimes that could be moving forward a little bit, like I say, depending on the camera angle. And so sometimes that can make it so you don't dodge. But with auto dodge on, you can just hold back and you're basically guaranteed to dodge. Just hold back. And the way you want to attack is you let an enemy do their combo first. The combo's always a bit random. Early enemies, they normally do 1 or 2 combos. But later on it can turn into 4 or 5 or sometimes 6. But you basically let them do the combo first. You won't know exactly how many it's going to be. They'll just stop attacking. So you just wait a minute for them to stop attacking. Like Now, yeah, you need to wait a second or two. Just make sure they have stopped. And then you'll attack back. And then once you attack them back, you just keep attacking until it staggers them back. So sometimes it'll be 2 hits, sometimes 3, sometimes 4. It depends. But whenever your attack makes them stagger back a few steps, that's your sign that they're going to counter attack and that you need to go back on the defensive. That trophy we just got there, Flesh Wound, that's not story related. Basically, you'll get that at some point throughout the story. It's for use in melee and taking both arms off a enemy. Like I say, that will come just naturally somewhere if you didn't get it then. But that last enemy we just fought, if you stomp on him, he can drop loot. The other 2 weren't, but that one we defeated near the end, yeah, you press triangle to stomp, and that'll make enemies drop items. Like I say, it's a little bit random, we get something different to me. But yeah, that's first enemy, guys, how the combat works. Yeah, so the key thing is to let the enemy combo first, dodge, then once the combo stopped, attack back, and then once they staggered back, wait for them to counter attack. Wait, I'll show you. There you go, you see he just staggered back, that's what you're looking out for. Again, he just staggered back. Again, he just staggered back, you see that? So you're waiting for them to stagger back, that's the key thing you're looking for. And that's when you need to go on the defensive. So yeah, stomped him. Come over here, go down on the lift, guys. Battles are normally quite simple when there's one enemy, you'll find out. But when there's more than one, that's when they get a little bit tricky. Because if you dodge in one, and an enemy attacks you from behind, you can't dodge it. So that's where it becomes a little bit difficult. The combat isn't really created around... Well, the dodging mechanic isn't really created around multiple enemies on you at once. But what I've done throughout this guide, I've tried to manipulate battles a little bit, enemy spawns and triggers and things like that, so that encounters where you're supposed to have more than one enemy, I've made it so we have got one by manipulating it a little bit. But you'll see as we go on, you'll see the strategies. So we've got another one here. Again, let him do his combo, attack. Once he staggers back, he did quite a massive stagger then, easy to see. Get ready to dodge. And got him. Remember, always stomp on them afterwards. There you go. This wall box got a health injector inside. And your inventory is quite minimum, by the way. You've only got 6 inventory slots. Yeah, so you don't really get much space. So once you killed him, you'll come here, open this door. I'm going to move through solitary now. On my text guide, I've sort of put the objectives in game. If you press options to pause it, you see the current objective on the top left, and it can be a little bit messy sometimes. I found sometimes it doesn't update properly. So the objective has changed, for example, but it will still say the old objective on the top left. Yeah, it's a little bit glitchy in that regard. Hopefully that'll get patched later. But yeah, just bear in mind, the objective it says in my text guide may not necessarily be the objective it says on screen on game at the moment. Like I say, it can glitch up a little bit. But grab that energy converter there, guys. They sell for 100 credits, which it probably sounds a lot like right now at the start of the game when you're only picking up like 15 credits or so from enemies. But that's not a lot. In the grand scheme of things, yeah, you'll find out it's not really much when it comes to upgrading. So this first cell on the left, after coming through that door, you've got an item in there. Like I say, it can be a little bit random. So you've got some loot in there. If you take damage, you'll probably see health gel more often. But if your health is full all the time, like it is going to be for me, you'll mostly just find credits or ammo. All these enemies I'm going to be fighting, by the way, are ones that you really have to fight. It's too much trouble to dodge them, so some I will completely avoid, but it just depends. If I'm fighting the enemy, then that's the best, easiest thing to do. In the cell, guys, you find another piece of loot. I'm just gonna, if it's random, I'm just gonna say loot for the sake of it. You know, I don't want to say credits and then you find ammo, in case you get confused. I'm just gonna say loot if it's random. Yes, if I say loot, guys, that's random. But if I say a specific name, that means it should always be there. Yeah, so this chest, these are these carry like all different loot. They've normally always got something fixed, like that health injector there. I think that health injector is always in that chest, and that credits times 50. I think that's all you ever get from there. Credits times 50, and the health injector times 1. But a lot of them chests, it's normally just random loot inside. But you normally get something which is fixed, like a energy converter or a decoder. But normally the rest of it is just a little bit random. So next, guys, got to sneak past these security units. So these big robots, you don't see many of these in the game. But you find out with the sneaking mechanics, if you run in, you'll be a bit louder. Obviously walking, you'll be a little bit quieter. But to remain as quiet as possible, you need to be crouching. Just with most stealth mechanics in games, nothing really different here in terms of that. But if you see me crouch, I do know of the sort of proximity that you can get in when you're running, when you're walking. I just know from experience. So if you watch me for when I run or when I start walking or when I crouch, you'll roughly know the proximity you need to be in before you need to obviously go into a quieter way of movement. Don't drop down there too early. If you do, he will see you. Yeah, tried it a good few times, died a good few times as well. Yeah, you need to wait for him to turn around. That's it. Now I just crouch out here. Yeah, because this robot's pretty close. Yeah, see, if I was to walk now, he would hear me. So I'm just within that hearing range of the sound that walking makes. But yeah, just avoid this robot, guys. Get to the end of this corridor and I'll come back because there's going to be some more important items we need to collect.
Threat condition elevated. Scanning for movement.
Just stay low.
Once you get to this point, the robot sort of walks away, way down the corridor, so you're sort of safe to walk now. Don't run just yet, it's not far enough yet. But get his health injector from in there. These sell for 100, by the way. I'm picking them up, I don't need them, but I'm taking them because they sell. And this chest, do not loot it. That chest has got a little critter inside. Yeah, don't loot it. Get escape fuse from this panel. And then over here, guys, is your next collectible. 2 of 43, that is Caitlyn Mahler. So pick up that collectible, guys, that data BIOS. Like I say, that's 2 of 43. Come up here, place a gate fuse in here, and come through this door. It's an enemy up here, so be ready. Yeah, there's a... Back there, you know where we've got that first fuse, just after the robot left. There's a optional area down there, which you can go through. But it's nothing of great importance, just a lot of random loot down there. If you look at my text guide, that'll show you exactly what's down there. But yeah, nothing of great importance, so I don't end up going down there. Because there's potentially 2 more enemies down there, that's why I'll leave it. So yeah, this enemy's on fire. Don't worry, there's no fire damage. But yeah, get rid of him. Carry on through here. Now once getting here, there's going to be these food cabinets on the right. Food cabinets, not always, but and this drawer for example, that's health gel. You see here, that's what health gel looks like. You've got full health, it won't let you pick it up. Them glass cabinets just there, sometimes you have to loot them, but it doesn't always spawn for some reason. But you normally smash the glass cabinets and you can pick up the loot inside it. But yeah, carry on through here. And you're going to get your new melee weapon in a minute, guys, the stun baton, which is going to be with you for the remainder of the game. And you can upgrade this to make it more effective. Yeah, so it does get better, the stun baton. Now these 2 enemies in here, you can avoid these without having to fight them. Fighting more than one at a time, guys, is quite difficult. So what I do, I come to the middle obstacle, then I wait for that enemy on the right to jump over it. Then once he's jumping, I'll quickly run over to here to the right and get an event. When you're jumping up into a vent, they can't damage you. So all you're doing, you're getting that enemy closest to you, you just cause him to go through the animation of jumping over, so it's not a problem. Then you quickly run to that vent on the right, keep spamming X to climb into it. That's how you avoid fighting them two enemies. Yeah, come in here, get a stun baton. Yeah, it's a pretty good weapon, this. The meleeing in this, especially when you get this, it's very forceful. You see he puts a lot of force into any of his attacks. I think it makes it more realistic in a way. But yeah, and then you interact with this, guys. Now, seeing the spikes at the back there, later on you're going to be lobbing enemies into a lot of them. But this particular part, you can fight him normally, but if you get it so the spikes are directly behind him and then attack him, you'll sort of uppercut him into them like so. Yep, nice, easy kill there. And this next bit coming up, guys, there's a potential 4 enemy showdown, which we do not want to take part in. So we're going to try and get through them really quickly, but you've got to be quick here. Basically, what will happen, there's 2 enemies to begin with, but if you kill one, it spawns a 3rd behind you. And then once you've killed these 3, it'll spawn a 4th. Or it might be when you've killed 2. But it's 2 to begin with. Once you kill 1, a 3rd will appear, and then later a 4th. But grab that health injector. All you want to do here is sprint up here. Sprint up here. He's going to be just around this corner. And look at him. Dodge his first attack. Or it's 2 attacks with this combo. Then quickly jump over this. Get his data bias from his side here. In Elias' cell. Yeah, grab his data bias. And then just keep holding down to dodge their attacks. And make your way over to the steps. Over here. Yep, and then make your way up here. Keep watching them. You can run backwards, by the way. So you can look at them. And hold sprint to run backwards. Yeah, that bit, it might seem a bit tricky. Like I say, if you want to try fighting them, it's going to make it even worse. Because there's more than one enemy at once. And all you've got is melee at the moment. But yeah, you need to dodge that first enemy. Just dodge his first attacks. And then once he stopped his combo, you vault over that obstacle. And normally when you're doing that, other enemy should be jumping over it as well. But he's sort of glitched up a little bit. You see, he skipped over it. And he quickly grabbed the item from Elias' cell. That's data bias 3 of 43, Elias Porter. Make sure you grab that from his cell. And then dodge him again. Just go back to the steps. Normally, it's a lot better than that. But here, guys, after that cutscene, there's another collectible. That is data bias Captain Leon Ferris, number 4 of 43. Yeah, but basically, once you get up to that small lift, the enemies can't follow you there. So all you got to do is get to that lift, guys, and you're safe. Just don't forget them 2 data bias, guys. Remember, Elias from his cell, and that Captain Leon Ferris of that table. And that's it for that chapter.
Necessity to do what is required.
Just be ready down here, guys, because there's going to be an enemy behind this door. So make sure you hold him back. There you go. Dodge his first few attacks. And then just repeat the normal melee process. Yeah, going to get a gun very, very shortly. Going to craft one. Yeah, so beat him, guys. Get through this door. And run over with Elias.
Jacob, over here! Come on, man, move your ass!
Once you get control back, there'll be all these lockers you can loot. 4 lockers here, so loot them all. This food cabinet, if you need health, there should be health gel in one of them. And these glass cabinets might have loot inside. They might not. Like I said, it doesn't always spawn for some reason. I think it's some sort of bug. Or maybe it's just random. But yeah. Loot them, guys. Shimmy through this little gap. There'll be a lot of shimmying in this game. Yeah, a hell of a lot of shimmying. I don't know if it's like a hidden loading screen or not. Don't worry, there's no upgrades for shimmy. Yeah, maybe there will be in the new game, in their New Game Plus update. There'll be an upgrade so you can shimmy faster. We'll see. But loot this chest. This chest always has credits times 800. Always has credits times 800 and a energy converter. basically so that you can craft your weapon. But you want to craft all them health injectors. You want to craft, sell them energy converters. Sell all them. Always sell all your loot, guys, unless I say otherwise. And once you've crafted your gun, you'll get a trophy, guys, paper jams. And once you've sold all them items, you can also pick up the ammo which is left in that container, that chest as well. I can sell that for some goodies. Yeah, but most of the time I sell everything. There are some times when I keep ammo. I never sell batteries. Always keep batteries on you. But yeah, anything else you can mainly just sell it, even your ammo. But there will be a few times where you want to keep your ammo. But I will make sure I let you know. You just sell everything to play safe. Everything except for batteries. Unless I say otherwise. So now we need to incorporate our pistol into combat, guys. And the way you do this is you melee an enemy. That's normal. But once you've meleeed so many times, you'll see like a target show up on the enemy. It's like a sort of critical chance, or the SDS as the game calls it. But yeah, so you melee an enemy, and then once you see that target, you're going to fire once and then go back to the normal strategy. Dodge, melee, shoot, dodge, melee, shoot, and you'll just repeat that, guys. This enemy, you want to sneak kill him. There's a trophy for sneak killing 5 enemies, but it only seems to work on the blind enemies, which is much later. But that one, he's basically just there for a tutorial on how to sneak kill. Now up here, it's going to be first acid enemy. These guys drop a lot of credits if they drop credits, so always loot these guys. But yeah, they'll spit acid at you if you're not within melee range, and to avoid that acid, you just stray from left to right, and then you just want to start attacking them, guys. Just the same strategy as you do with other enemies. You know, dodge, then counter with your melees, and then aim and shoot, and then dodge again. Just if you're not within melee range, just make sure you're ready to dodge your ammo, guys. And then once you beat him, just break down that glass and grab the loot inside. This one, he always seems to have health gel on him. But yeah, most time acid enemies, you definitely always want to loot them. They drop a lot. They're probably the enemy which drops the most in the game, except for the bosses later. But you'll see them a bit later on. But just before that acid enemy, there is a sort of side area you can go down the left to get a bit more loot. But it's not really that helpful. There's a bit more loot down there, but there'll also be some enemies, so it's best to just leave that bit. Once you get here, you can get within that range, and then you need to start crouching. Now you want to quickly crouch kill this enemy. There's 2 enemies here. You can avoid that other enemy if you're quick. Yeah, kill him, loot him. Come over to the store until you hear something. There you go. You'll hear that access denied. Once you hear access denied, you then need to turn around and come back to where you fell in. If you're quick, that enemy shouldn't see you. You can see he's looking in my direction, but I'm just sort of out of range. But if you want to play it safe, you can crouch back. And then once you get here, you just want to grab this data BIOS. Some data BIOS are story related, like this one for example. This is Sergeant Eric Jane. And by the way, if you are worried about that enemy seeing you, you can kill him. He's the only enemy left in this room. So kill him if you want. I'm just avoiding him because I can. I know how to, and it just saves 10 seconds or so. But kill him if you want to play it safe. Just a normal dodge, melee, shoot, maneuver. And then once you got that data BIOS, guys, you can come back over to the store and head into laundry. Just make sure you're ready for this enemy, which gets up from the floor. Just a single enemy, nice, easy. Just yeah, the usual snog marry avoid. Get rid of him. And then once you've got rid of him, guys, you want to take the door on the right. There's 2 doors here. We need to go in the one on the right for like a file. Pretty much there's a file down here. Yes, there's not going to be any enemies down here as long as you follow my route. You can open a washing machine. Don't do it. So there's a critter inside this washing machine on the right here. And you can also go through a little crawl space on the left there for small items in glass cabinets. I don't bother, but if you want to, you can. In here, these glass cabinets may have loot inside. If there is, you can smash them and grab the loot. But you want to get this data BIOS. 6 of 43, Officer Pruitt Matos, and also loot this chest. In this chest will be a pristine energy converter and some loot. Pristine energy converters sell for 200 credits, by the way. Yeah, loot the glass cabinets, and that's all you wanted. Like I say, there is a little crawl space just there, which I've just shown you. And yeah, do not bother looking at the washing machines. If you want to check out the dirty laundry, save it for another time. Yeah, it's a critter inside one of them washing machines. Yeah, so back up here afterwards. Now we're going to go in the opposite door. Now down here, if you look right at the bottom of the slope, there's nothing there, but magically a glass cabinet appears. Look, a little clipping glitch there. But once you've seen that, come over here and unlock this door. There'll be an enemy behind the glass, but don't worry. By the time you've got the door open, he'll have run away. So what we want to do, come in here and go in this vent. Yeah, we need to come in here so it takes us to a file which we need. This whole bit now is optional. But we have to come in here for the file. If you want platinum, it's not optional. You have to come in here for a file. But yeah, in terms of story, you wouldn't normally have to come in here. But you are going to get some loot in here anyhow. So it's not all doom and gloom. But yeah, this is another bit. You know, like he's shimmying. These seem pretty forced as well. All this vent crawling. Yeah, hell of a lot of this. But yeah, once you get through here, there's going to be a chest to loot. There's going to be a secret room. These secret rooms, there's 2 of them in the game. And you need to find both of them for a trophy. So this is secret room 1 of 2. But we'll get the other one anyway. There's a file in each of these anyway. I'm not entirely sure these files are needed. But you have to come in here for the secret room. So you just make your way through this tunnel. Drop down, go left. Run past a ladder. And just past it, it's a little secret room. Yeah, this is where they hatched their plan. Yeah, so on the end will be a file, guys, on that little desk. Duncan Cole, that's file number 7 of 43. And then get his chest near the entrance. You'll get a pristine energy converter and just some loot. Remember, they sell for 200 credits. If you find yourself running out of inventory space, by the way, just sell your smallest stock of ammo. But you shouldn't normally. Following me, we don't normally get... There's not really many moments when our inventory space is full, just because we're being quite optimal in what we're collecting and such. Yeah, climb this ladder to escape. Unlock this door now. And on the right is going to be another pristine energy inverter. There you go. And now come over to this glass and shoot your weapon to alert. There's 2 enemies behind here. Just shoot your weapon to alert them. They'll look into your eyes for a few seconds. And then they'll realise it's not worth the hassle. And they'll run away. Once they run away, you can come outside and they run into the vent. There you go. Scared them away. Didn't even have to do anything. Just looked into my eyes. Yeah, so all you do, you get their attention, guys. And because they can't actually get to you, they run away. And that's the way to avoid them 2 enemies. Yeah, Jim's going to burst through the window here. So just be ready to counter, dodge, counter, and shoot in that order. Yeah, what you'll find is when you do the shooting, you can go straight back into a counter or a attack. So normally you would have to dodge and then counter, but with the shooting, you can go straight back into melee combo afterwards, like you see me doing, because that stuns them. Yeah, so that's a good thing about the gun. You can go straight back into another melee combo, and it just makes combat a little bit quicker. Once you force this door open, there's going to be a file of this first corpse you see. 8 of 43, this is Dr. Ewan Hayes. And then just after him, there's going to be a chest to loot. This chest just has a load of random loot inside. There's nothing which is always inside this chest. But loot it. And then carry on. Now we're going to get a glove, guys. The glove to make you pick things up and lob them. Yeah, the battery can drain on this really very, very quickly. So just be careful you do not misuse this. Pick it up, and then we're going to grab the gate fuse in the wall on the left. Yeah, but when it comes to recharge, this does recharge by itself, but it takes literally about 3 minutes. About 3 minutes to go from, and it won't charge up gradually, it just, all of a sudden, after 3 minutes have passed, it will just be full. So whatever levels it, say if it's completely empty, it'll be empty for 3 minutes, and then it'll just be full. There's no gradual build up when it's recharging by itself. So if you did want to, you could just stand still, wait 3 minutes for it to recharge. But once you've got that gate fuse, guys, smash this glass, come through here, and then enemy's going to drop down. Now we're going to lob him away, and then we're going to come and put a gate fuse in here. That glass cabinet on the left, by the way, can contain ammo. When you're putting in the gate fuse, that enemy behind you will stop. But all you're doing, you're lobbing him out of the way, and you're coming through here. If you think he's getting close, turn around and lob him again. Come through here and T-trigger this checkpoint. There you go. Once you trigger that checkpoint, reload it, and that will despawn 4 enemies. Basically, that enemy, once you killed him, another 2 can spawn, and another 1 can spawn. So basically, there's a potential 4 enemy battle here. But if you get through there quickly to next checkpoint, reload it, that despawns them 4 enemies. Makes that bit much easier to get through. And then come back in here, guys. We're going to sell all our items. Now we've got a clear inventory space. Going to grab all the loot. You got health injector ×1 from here, from the wall box. Glass cabinet there, nothing inside it. You got a battery pack on there. Always keep your battery packs, don't sell them. You got another glass cabinet there, nothing inside it for me. Now these lockers, do not loot the second locker. Don't even open it, there's a critter inside. So try to ignore the second locker. Can be a little bit annoying with the way the prompts work. Yeah, just if you see an X on that second locker, do not press X. It's not the end of the day. I mean, if you've got auto QTEs on, you won't take any damage. But yeah, just avoid the critter. So what we're going to upgrade first, guys, we get a trophy Reforged. You want to upgrade. Yeah, you want to upgrade the energy upgrade small. That will cost credits ×300. And you want to also upgrade energy upgrade medium for credits ×900. And also the velocity upgrade small for 300. These are all on the grip. Yeah, so them 3 which I'm upgrading, that's what you want to upgrade. So 2 energies and 1 velocity. If you don't upgrade velocity, a lot of guides say not to upgrade this, but no, this is one of the best things in the game. Basically, your grip can allow you to instant kill every enemy in the game, except for the bosses. But it's not very good to begin with. You will not throw enemies very, very far unless you upgrade your velocity. And you need a bigger battery pack to make it so all the batteries will last long. They're basically giving you more battery. That's why it's good. But yeah, that's all the upgrades you want now to begin with, guys. And then after that, you'll probably run out of credits. So once you've done so, carry on this story. Come in here. This corpse on the floor is going to have a file. This is 9 of 43. This is Officer Dachs Symmons. Pick it up, another file, come through this door. Now it's going to be a little cutscene here with the elevator. Okay, pay attention in this section, guys. So first you want to shoot that egg. There you go. If you don't shoot them, they'll grab you. But if you've got auto QTEs on, it won't really do any damage anyway. But I just shoot them to prevent the little cutscene. And then you loot it, climb up here quickly, shoot that one. That's another. If you're quick here, there's an enemy spawning in that starting bit. But if you're quick, he will actually spawn here instead. And if he spawns here, you can lob him into these spikes. So normally come up from that hatch and can lob him in them spikes over there. There you go for an instant kill. Probably get that trophy workplace hazard. If not, don't worry, you'll get it later. And then the second one will spawn as well. Lob him into them wall spikes. And then shoot that egg, which is near the fan. So all pretty quickly. Do not go too close to them eggs, because that's when they grab you. So them 2 enemies, guys, and then that egg. Obviously you had the 2 eggs earlier. And then come around here, the enemy will drop down around this corner. Lob him into the fan. There you go for another instant kill. And now you want to loot this corpse for a file. Yep, this is number 10 of 43. Officer Kerry Brown. Loot that corpse. And then loot this chest. In this chest you'll find a pristine energy converter and some loot. Yep, you can try and look for his corpse if you want to stomp him to get the item, but I don't know where his torso's gone. And then you want to climb up this ledge, grab this health injector, and then come over here until you see a checkpoint. There you go, and you want to reload this checkpoint. Reload will always recharge your battery to full. So recharge then to get your battery to full in your grip. And then come up here. Now it's going to be 4 enemies here, and you want to lob them all into wall spikes on the left. There you go, over there. So that's 1, that's the acid enemy. Him, that's 2 dead. The third one will be down here. Lob him into wall spikes, and then drop down, and the 4th one spawns in a little bit later. So drop down here and wait. This 4th one's going to be an acid enemy. There he is. He might not spawn there. Sometimes he spawns somewhere different. It depends like where you're standing and such. But yeah, once you've got all 4, that's it guys. You are good. No more enemies are going to be here. So just make sure you loot them. Remember, them acid enemies drop a lot of credits or like a health injector or a lot of ammo. So always loot them definitely. And then once you looted them, come over here, get the gate fuse. And then place it in here. If you have to use ammo to shoot an enemy which is stuck to wall spikes out of reach to loot them, just do so. Don't worry about wasting ammo. You'll get a lot of ammo in this game. And just wasting 1 or 2 shots here and there don't really matter too much. And then come over here guys. And come on the elevator. Yeah, we did miss a skunk gun schematic back there. There's a little optional bit you can go back to with that gate fuse. Get a skunk gun, but don't worry, we're going to be getting that later instead. If there's any schematics you miss, they do pop up a bit later on in the game. We don't actually craft a skunk gun anyway, but I am going to be getting it just in case you guys want to have a look at it. But yeah, I don't bother upgrading it. All we get really, you get a pistol and a shotgun, story related, and the only other weapon we craft is the assault rifle, but that's at the end of the game. That's one of the best weapons actually. So once you're here guys, back with Elias, there's going to be like a little siege section in a minute. You get a trophy there if the SHU fits. That's story related. Then we're going to come down here, there's going to be a shop, a Reforged. We're going to sell everything, and you should have enough to upgrade the velocity upgrade to medium, which will cost 900 credits. There you go. I've got 300 spare almost. There you go, velocity upgrade medium. And I think the next thing I start upgrading now is a few things on the stun baton. We're not going to upgrade the grip anymore for now. Next will be, I think, the stun baton, and then we're going to pistol. But you'll see as we're going along. So once you're done that guys, onto the little gondola. Now you see that door ahead, that's going to open soon, and there'll be 2 acid enemies. All you got to do with these acid enemies is just grab them and then let go straight away. That kills them for some reason. Just grab and let go, grab and let go. You want to make sure they die on the platform because you want to loot them. But the little guy at the back, you can pull him towards you. There you go, and then just let him drop to his death. Yep, don't want that box, that can piss off. Yep, so you want to make sure they die there so you can loot them. Remember, these guys, they can drop a health injector. Oh, there you go, he did anyway. Yeah, so loot them, and then loot this wall box on the left for another health injector. Remember, these wall boxes will always have a health injector. Over here is a battery. That is always a battery. There's another battery here. That's always a battery as well. You've got another wall box, and then you want to take the 2 gate fuses, guys. You've got 1 there, and you got 1 on the opposite side. Yep, and then we'll climb up just above the door we came in. There is, in total, there's how much? There's 10 enemies here altogether. So you want to loot this file from this guy. That's 11 of 43, Tadhg song. place one gate fuse and then take that health injector if you have space. If not, leave it, we'll grab it later. Now once you place them both, there'll be a checkpoint and this will start the siege. So all we're going to do, we're going to stop here and we're going to grab enemies and lob them at the machinery ahead. That'll kill them. So lob him. That's it. Nice, easy kill. This is all we're going to do now, guys. Just wait here. Any enemies you see, wait till they come up to you and just lob them over there. So the first two, there'll be two to begin with. Chew them up. That's just like a miscellaneous trophy. You'll get that easily. That's for getting so many kills by using grip. Now once you kill two, a acid enemy will spawn over there. Get ready to pull him towards you. Otherwise, he'll spit at you. So yeah, you kill two. Wait a few seconds. The acid enemy will spawn. Pull him up to you. Lob him. And now there's going to be that Pruitt enemy. So 2 enemies were killed so far, then the acid and then the brute. Now you're going to have 3 enemies spawn at once. 2 might spawn from that vent on the left on the same catwalk that you're on. Yeah, on the left is a vent on the wall. Yeah, there you go. That's one of them. And then grab the other one. Yeah, so 2 will spawn from that vent on the left. I think that first one I threw, I don't think it killed him. Yeah, and there should be one at the bottom. But I think there's going to be 2 because he didn't die. But yeah, there'll be 3 enemies in this part. Now, once you kill them 3, there's going to be 3 more. And then that's it, guys. The siege is done. Very easy. And these 3 will spawn below you, I think. Yeah, I find this is... I mean, you can be a bit quicker in this part. If you're down below and grabbing them as soon as they pop out from what hatch or vent or whatever. But up here, it's a nice, easy way to do it. They can only come from in front of you. I mean, a few might come from a hatch on the left or right. But most of them, they all spawn below. And they always come up right in front of you. And all you got to do is stop them straight ahead. Because what you find, if you're grabbing an enemy, then you have to turn and throw it. That's wasting. That's wasting battery. So that way, you just grab, throw. It just makes it more efficient in terms of your battery. And all the enemies will be down here. Yeah, once you kill them, that's 3. The machinery will eventually stop. Don't go too close to the machinery, by the way, once it's in action, because it can kill you as well. But yeah, loot all them. Sometimes there'll be enemies at the back here. Somehow they went through the grinder. They went all the way through the grinder. And ended up over here. So loot these as well. Oh, and if you didn't take that health injector, don't forget it. I forgot. I meant to take it afterwards before I jumped down, but I forgot about it. But I've got no inventory space. I'm just going to use the battery. Yeah, don't forget this. These health injectors, all these health injectors we're collecting and selling, they all add up to quite a lot. Now, through this door, there's going to be a torso enemy. Just going to pick him up and lob him in that bit behind him. There you go, in the middle of the stairs. That's out of bounds. We're going to be getting a lot of out of bounds kills throughout this, by the way, guys. Oh yeah, and reload that checkpoint if you can, guys, to get your battery back. You're going to need it soon. So you come up here. You're going to sell all your items. So you should have 4 health injectors or so. You can keep your ammo on you for now. Take that energy converter from the back. And we're going to sell that as well. Yeah, you want to keep 1 stack of ammo. You see, I've kept 12 bullets, so 1 stack. But you can sell everything else. And what we're doing now is we're going to upgrade the pistol. We're going to craft the stability upgrade for it. And the high capacity magazine upgrade. Yeah, you should have enough to do that. So, the stability upgrade and the capacity upgrade for the pistol. And then you can activate the terminal nearby. Yep, and then you need to go back down the spiral stairs. And there'll be an open door now leading to an elevator. Now these enemies down here, there's going to be 3. One of them's an acid enemy. And we want to try and kill him next to us. In order to get the items he drops. You could lob him off the platform if you wanted for a nice easy kill. But I pull him towards me. Now what will happen once you get so far off the lift, you will trigger another enemy. So what we want to do with this guy, we want to kill him on the lift. So pull him towards you, move around, and then kill him on the lift. You need to make sure you move around with him, because if not, when you're meleeing him, you'll knock him forward like I did there. You grab him, turn around, so when you hit him, he's going to go back into the wall. And once you killed him, loot him, and that enemy which just spawned on the left, throw him off. And then the fire enemy, throw him off as well. Once you killed all them 3 enemies, guys, the objective will update, and you need to interact with this console for a little cutscene. Once you get control back, guys, after the cutscene, grab the data BIOS from the cell. 12 of 43 this one will be. This is Dani Nakamura. Yeah, make sure you pick that up, guys. Yeah, by the way, yeah, this is one of the longest chapters. I meant to say this earlier, it kept coming into my head, but I kept forgetting. Yeah, this one of the longest chapters. This one and might be chapter 6. Yeah, but they're not all this long. I know 1 and 2 is very fast. Chapter 7 and 8 are quite fast, by the way. There's 8 chapters in total. 7 and 8 are quite fast. It's mainly sort of chapters 3, 4, 5 and 6. They're like the main meat of the game. The first 2 and the last 2 chapters are pretty short. But yeah, the main meat of the game is in the middle. But yeah, once you got that, you'll force the cell open once you interact with the panel. And you'll climb up onto the lift. Yeah, we need to reach the tram station next. Yeah, once you leave this vent, you're going to get ambushed by an enemy straight away. You can kill him by launching him into an out of bounds hazard. When it comes to the out of bounds kills, by the way, normally you're supposed to pick up enemies and lob them into wall spikes or like some sort of machinery to kill him. But you can also kill him via dropping them out of the map in a way, like somewhere where they're not supposed to go. Sometimes you lob them on a ledge above. If that ledge is supposed to be there, they can sort of climb back down. But if it's somewhere they're not supposed to be, it can kill him. This guy, for example, I always restart a checkpoint here, by the way, to get my battery back. Yeah, so lob him over there. And that would be like an instant kill, like so, because he's not supposed to be behind here. So yeah, just pick him up, lob him behind the pipe work, and that will kill him. Loop him afterwards. And they come through here. Now this section, there's going to be some of the little tiny critters. If you've opened any of the lockers, which I advise not to, or that chest way back in chapter 2, you might have encountered these already. They're basically like little parasites on the floor, which jump at you. If they latch onto you, they'll be like a QTE, but sometimes they can just plain out damage you when they jump, so you've got to be careful. But once you get through here, before pipe you've got to jump over, shoot that egg sack at the back, because that one will try and grab you. So shoot that egg sack at the back, and then shimmy across these pipes. Yeah, these critter enemies in a minute, you've got to be very quick. If you're going to avoid taking damage here, you have to be very, very quick. They don't damage you too much, not a big problem. But yeah, as soon as you come around this corner, there's going to be one on the right, but you've got to be quick to grab it. That one there. Quickly grab it. There you go. And then 3 will come from this hatch in the middle. So quickly grab that one on the right. And turn and look at the hatch. And grab the 3 that come from here. There you go, 3. And then 1 will come from that little tiny sack. There you go. Number 5. 5 critters. And then shoot that X sack at the back. There you go. That's all the enemies for the time being. So yeah, 5 critters there, guys. And then that X sack at the bottom. Got to be careful with them. It don't damage you too much. I mean, if you do get damaged a little bit, it's not the end of the world. You'll find when you do get damaged, you'll get health gel as a drop quite a bit afterwards until you're back at full health. But once you kill them, guys, just shimmy along again. Now you want to before you go down that ladder, pull off the vent cover, because when you get down here, an enemy's going to drop in. But if that vent cover's already pulled off, you can quickly get in the vent before he gets a chance to attack. There you go, he just dropped in, but because I got in the vent too quick, he didn't get a chance to attack me. Now when you come down here, we're just going to lob that enemy over there. It won't kill him, but you just want to get him out of the way for a second. Sprint down here, grab the item on the left, There you go. Jump over these crates. Grab this item on the left here. Carry on a bit more. And when you hit this checkpoint, there you go. Reload it. And that'll despawn that enemy which was just lobbed. Here we go. Now you're going to kill this robot now. There should be an item just there. There you go. Picked it up. And shoot this robot. Shoot him a few times. And then get behind the cover. There you go. It'll take about 6 or so shots, depending if you hit him in the head. Try to get like 3 or 4 each time, then get behind cover, because he can kill you instantly. And once you killed him, get that trophy, guys. Terminated. Make sure you loot him afterwards. He drops a decoder, and they sell for 500 credits. Grab the 2 other pieces of loot. Carry on forward. This enemy will drop down. Just drop him behind that railing. That's actually out of bounds. Now kill him. That's the only place I figured out to kill these enemies in here, by using your grip. And once you killed him, just come over here, guys, to the back left, get that energy converter, and then go in the vent. Yep, I tried a lot of places killing these enemies out of bounds, but I couldn't. But that railing on the left does seem to work. So yeah, once he drops down, just grab him, spin around to the left, let go, and it'll kill him. Sometimes if an enemy's out of bounds and you can't stop them to get their item, sometimes shooting them works, because what you'll find, if you shoot an enemy that's out of bounds when he's dead, the item automatically drops next to you, just the way it works, and that's what I did there. So we're almost at the end of this chapter. Going to get through this shimmy wall. There's going to be a trap in a second, and there's going to be 3 enemies here. Well, it's actually 4, but the 4th one sort of spawns in when you're about to leave anyway, so I don't really count him. But once you get down here, pull off this vent cover and get the 2 containers inside. You can either put them to use, stomp on them, or just throw them in through the wall. There you go. Get the items inside. Trigger the trap. Kill 1 or 2 of the enemies. Just make sure you're not in the lane of the trap when it's going back. There you go. That's the 3rd enemy. These enemies normally trigger when you go so far. The trap will always go back. So it's resting places at the top of the lane, but when it goes down, it's always going to go back after a second or 2, so just make sure you're ready. And it doesn't normally trigger again until you go out into the lane. So just remember, it's going to come back. If you've got time, you can try and get into the vent quickly like I just did there. If not, just wait in that little space on the left and then trigger it to go back down the lane, and you can come into this wall space.
Elias, I made it.
Yep, so this is pretty much the end of the chapter, guys. The next one will be chapter 4, Habitat.
That's one hell of a view.
Yeah, you got the help out, right, bro? There's a big storm blowing and you don't want to get caught in the middle of that.
Yeah, I see it.
After this little scene, we've got to go down the hatch, and that marks the official end of the chapter. There'll be 3 lockers just before the hatch which you can loot, and you can open it and climb down.
To that life, you just gotta stick to the plan. Which means you need to get your ass to the habitat dome.
How the hell am I supposed to get there?
I know I said this would be easy, but trust, I've got your back.
What is that supposed to mean?
Oh, you should work down there, collecting research, you might say. I made some recordings. The software I uploaded to your core will trigger them when you get close. Just follow them and you will get to the dome.
And then what?
I'll pick you up at the tram station. Easy peasy.
Alright. I'll be in touch.
No, you won't. You're going underground, man. No signal till you reach the dome.
Oh, that figures. Is there anything else you haven't told me?
Just get a move on, yeah? There should be a hatch nearby. And, good luck, Jacob.
Yeah.
Right, once you get down here, guys, if you've got space, you want to loot this wall box for a health injector. And then come over to this Reforged. I'm going to sell, I think we sell everything here. Yep, except for the battery, of course. And if you couldn't take that health injector, go back and get it, and then go back and sell it. And then what we're going to be upgrading now is the increased velocity alloy sheath for the stun baton. And we're also going to craft block break for stun baton as well. You should have enough to do this. And with block break, by the way, it makes it so you've probably noticed sometimes when you melee an enemy, they block it with their forearm. Well, what that will do is they will no longer do that. Now you'll go straight through, you'll basically rip their arm off. So they can't block your attacks no more. But they can still attack you with that arm. So even though they're missing half of their arm, their forearm is gone, they can still attack you with their little stump. So it's not a case of, you know, when you actually melee them and you knock an arm off and they can no longer combo that arm. That's not a case. If you knock half off their arm via your attack, when you hit their block, they can still attack you. So just bear that in mind. Just because you've smashed basically through their block, it doesn't mean they're not going to attack with that arm. They still can. To prevent them from attacking with the arm, you still need to knock their arm off completely with a melee. But once you're down here, guys, yeah, you want to actually grab this box. Don't climb on top. I know the prompt's a little bit awkward here. You want to move it over to here so you can climb up and loot the chest. In this chest there'll be an energy converter and some loot. And you want to move the box towards the sort of round structure in the middle. And on top of there is going to be a pristine energy converter, which we can take. And then once you took this, you want to head into the vent, guys, and then follow the vent until you drop into a swamp, like a flooded area. Now there's going to be an enemy here. We're going to kill him with a grip and melee combo. What that means is you need to grab him with the grip and then melee him. If you're quick enough with the melee after grabbing them, you'll like do an uppercut and it will launch him onto the back. So that's what we're going to do. Just grab melee, grab melee, grab melee, like so. Just keep doing that, and once you've killed him with a grip melee combo, you'll get that trophy, guys, in striking distance. If it's not the grab melee combo that kills him, that won't pop. So if it doesn't pop, either just do it on an enemy later on, or just reload checkpoint and try it on that one again. But yeah, just grab melee, grab melee, grab melee. Quite an easy, simple one to get. And then carry on following the red pipe, guys. This red pipe, it goes on for ages. Yeah, it's pretty long.
Entry 21C.
Yeah, once you drop in here, climb up this crate, because just above there's going to be a file. There you go, that should be file number 13 of 43, Dr. Caitlyn Mahler. We've actually got one with her already, but that's another one you get with her. And you've got a chest here as well, guys, some goodies inside. If you find yourself full on inventory space, get rid of your batteries. But what you don't want to do is get rid of some which actually sells for more, than the item you're actually discarding it to collect. For example, a full stack of ammo will sell for more than a health injector and converter. A full stack of pistol ammo sells for 120, I think. And because a health injector or energy converter sell for 100 each, the stack of ammo will actually sell for more. So you do not want to get rid of a stack of ammo in order to pick up a health injector. But batteries, you can. Now here, guys, come and grab this gate fuse, and then when you come back this way, there's going to be enemies spawning above you. But if you're quick, there he is, grab him quickly and drop him off there for an out of bounds kill, and then slot his gate fuse. Yeah, basically he'll spawn above you, and then if you go another step forward, he'll jump on you. But if you know where he's going to spawn, you can grab him as soon as he appears. And then this guy, he appears shortly after placing that first fuse. He's an acid enemy. Just grab him and then drop him out of bounds, like I just did. Then no more enemies will spawn in this bit. And you want to grab that gate fuse, guys. Then loot these 2 lockers. And then place that second gate fuse over here. Yeah, nice easy way to get rid of them enemies there without damage. And then once you come back here to the door we need to go through, make sure you loot this corpse for an audio log. Yeah, that should be 14 or 43, Officer Bruno. And then carry on here, guys. Now down here, there's a little optional section. We're going to go straight down the ladder. But you can actually go left here. There's a little crawl space beneath pipes here. And you can go left at the top of that ladder for a little optional area. But we don't need to go in there. We're just going to come down the ladder and then carry on along this way. And then soon you'll reach another Reforged soon. So to get to the Reforged, guys, yeah, did not mean to go in there. Awkward controls sometimes. Yeah, but come to the Reforge. We're going to sell everything. And then you want to craft the riot control swing for the stun baton for credits times 300. Yep, so craft that. And then you want to interrupt this valve. Now once you turn this valve, 6 plus critters are going to spawn. I've not quite counted them all because it's a little bit difficult. But once you've interacted with this guy, they will spawn. What you want to do, you want to just grab one closest to you and lob it into the rest, and that'll kill him. So quickly grab one, lob it into the rest, that'll kill him. And just do that until they're all dead. 2 will spawn on the top left as well by the exit door. So make sure you're on the lookout for them. There'll be a wall box here with a health injector inside, so make sure you loot it. There's a section coming up soon, guys, with quite a few enemies. But you can kill all these via out of bounds. Yeah, don't go back that way. That's where we just came. You need to crouch. Yeah, crouch below there. I went back in there again that wrong way. That's why I edited it out shortly. This is that brief moment. But yeah, you come through here, climb this ladder. And yeah, as you progress through this area, different enemies will spawn. So first of all, come to this corner, and then the enemy will spawn behind you. So just be ready to drop him out of bounds. There you go, just drop him there. Sometimes dropping is better because when you launch an enemy, that uses quite a bit of battery. So just dropping them can work well. Drop him on the railing, that'll kill him. And then you got an acid enemy as well. Drop him on the railing. Yeah, it's quite funny sometimes. So you can just drop them on a bit of a scenery and it kills them. But come over here afterwards, grab the loot. There's 2 pieces of loot on that little ledge, and then there'll be 1 piece of loot on the floor. And then come up here and take the gate fuse. You'll find when you're dropping them out of bounds, sometimes they have to be there for like a second or 2 before it kills them. And once you took the gate fuse, there'll be a checkpoint. Reload that checkpoint back to refill your battery. Yep, to refill your battery, and then grab that small box from over there, which you can smash. There's a chest over there, but do not loot it. Looting that chest spawns 3 enemies, so we're going to avoid it. There's nothing great inside anyway. Now, when you come back down, there's going to be 2 enemies. We're going to drop these out of bounds on the left here. There you go, nice and easy. You can shoot them afterwards to get the loot they drop. And then as you make your way back to the door where you have to slot the gate fuse, there's going to be another acid enemy and another normal enemy. The acid enemy will spawn in front and the normal enemy will spawn behind you. There you go, yeah, nice and easy guys. And then slot the gate fuse in here. Now the next room we have to go in, it's like a big sort of control room, but we're just going to ignore it to begin with, and we're going to go straight through the door behind, the door past it. Yeah, this door on the right here, that's the door you're supposed to go in to progress the story. But we're just going to continue past it because we want to get a collectible. So you're going to come here, you can unlock this door with your shiv. And in this next room you're going to see a sort of new enemy type. But you don't have to face it just yet, don't worry too much. It's not a new enemy type, it's that enemy it spawned on ceiling earlier, remember? But because we knew where he was going to spawn, we actually managed to just grab him and drop him to his doom, out of bounds. But once you're here guys, grab that health injector from the wall box, carry on through here, grab the gate fuse from this panel on the right, and then slot it in this panel over here to unlock the decontamination chamber. In the decontamination room, there's going to be a few chests you can loot. There's 3 on the right when you first go in. There you go, loot them 3, and then there'll be 2 on your next. In here, loot them 2. And then come to this room guys, once the room's been decontaminated. You got 2 pieces of loot on your right there when you first come in. There'll be a glass cabinet here, which may or may not have loot inside. And then in this far right room, it's a file guys on the floor. 15 of 43. That's Dr. Moonbell. You got another glass cabinet there. There's any loot inside. And then duck beneath here because there's a chest. Yeah, don't worry about that enemy you saw when you first came in here. He's just there to scare you. Yeah, grab that chest. There you go. You'll get a pristine energy converter. And then just some other loot. Now, when you make your way back, 2 enemies are going to spawn. And there's a nice, easy way to do it. Basically, between... You know where we took the gate fuse from and the other panel which we put it inside? Well, between them 2 gate fuse panels, you can drop them out of bounds there. So this railing, just behind this one, between this and the other panel, we're going to just drop these 2 enemies in there. So we're going to just slot this gate fuse back in here, open the door. There are 2 enemies going to spawn, which is going to let them come back in here. I'm going to drop them over this railing. 2 nice, easy kills. There we go. Drop him on there, and then do the same for his buddy. They can die together. There you go. 2 lovebirds. That's exactly how they wanted to leave this world. Yep, stomp on them afterwards, get the loot. And then carry on a little bit more, guys. There is some loot in this next room, but don't worry too much. We're going to come back in here in a second to grab it. But just make your way to the Reforged room. Yeah, there was 2 food containers in here, 2 food cabinets. I just want to show you that I've got full health. They've normally got a health gel inside if you need it. So once you come to Reforged and you sold everything, now we're going to go and just grab all that loot we missed nearby. So you come back into this main chamber. You're going to grab all the ammo. So you got some here. And you got some on this pipe work. Yep, and then near the far door, there's going to be a health injector and a wall box. And another piece of ammo. The ammo is because you can probably imagine there's going to be some enemies near later. But you can just actually lob them out of bounds over this railing just on the right there. Yeah, so you grab them 3 pieces of ammo and the health injector. And then come into this room. Inside here, there's going to be some loot on your left when you come in. There's a wall box with a health injector inside. And you've also got a energy converter, guys. Yeah, so grab all of them and then go back into the Reforged room. Now in here, you've got a few lockers. Yeah, it's 3 lockers in here which you can loot. There's actually a wall box as well with a health injector inside. I think I might have missed it. Did I miss that health injector? Yeah, you want to sell everything now. And that's what you want to do, guys. Just sell everything in there. Yeah, I had to back up the video a little bit to check there. Yeah, I did forget a health injector. Yeah, so in the Reforged room, in the corner, there's a health injector in the wall box. I missed it. It's not a big deal. It's only 100 credits. But yeah, just grab that. It'll give you an extra 100 credits to play with. I forgot that somehow. Don't know how. But once you're ready, shimmy between the lockers. Come in here. Now this is going to be first mutated enemies. Basically, this makes the enemy stronger. But if you can either shoot the tentacle on their stomach before it actually morphs it, before it mutates it, if you shoot it quick enough, or if you kill them before it mutates. So yeah, there's 2 ways. You can either destroy the tentacles before they mutate it, or you can kill the enemy before the mutate begins. You've normally got about 5 seconds to kill them, and the mutate doesn't begin. The tentacles don't come out until I think it's when you first damage them. So the first point at which you damage them, that's when the tentacles begin. And you've got probably about 5 seconds, like I say, to kill them. But if you're quick enough, you can normally kill them before the mutation happens. So once you killed it, loot the locker, and then grab that file, guys. Officer James Reese, 16 of 43. That's story related. You have to grab it to progress. And then once you get back in here, now you've got the code. There'll be 2 enemies. Just lob these over the railing over there to kill them. Nice easy kill for them too. And then interact with this. Now once you interacted with this, there'll be a cutscene. Well, not really a cutscene. I mean, there's this little scene here which you're watching now. You've got no control. But what I meant to say was there's a checkpoint. Yeah, there'll be a checkpoint after this. You want to reload it when you see the icon in order to get your battery back. Because there's going to be 3 stalkers in this next bit. And stalkers, they actually do use up your battery pretty quick. Yeah, so since you see the checkpoint, reload, guys, to get all that battery back, which we just used on them 2 enemies. Yeah, these stalkers, they mostly always spawn in the same place. So you see that checkpoint in the bottom right? But if you want to try and play it cocky without reloading full battery, you can grab that first one straight away, and then you see the other 2. One will drop down from the ceiling. There you go. Grab him, lob him over there. Then there's one more. He normally spawns over here. There you go. 3rd one. There you go. Got them all. That's it. There's only 3 guys, 3 stalkers, and that's it. Now he's got to wait for the water to purge, and interact with the switch, and it'll make a little bridge.
Access hatch open. Please.
Oh, shit. Come on!
Hatch sealed. Beginning pressure check.
Damn thing won't quit.
Once you get down here, yeah, it fucking stinks down here. Yeah, there'll be some items behind you, just 2 pieces of loot. Get them and then carry on forward, guys. And you're gonna have like a little slide section. We all love these. Yeah, kind of shoehorned in, I guess. They feel like it's breaking up the gameplay, but they're actually, I don't know, they're a little bit annoying. There's actually, I think, is it 2? So, well, there's a few parts like this. I mean, it's not always a water slide, but you've got something similar a bit later. But you can take damage here, but there will be a few checkpoints throughout. If you do die, so it's not a big deal. You can just reload checkpoints. After that slide section, guys, you'll climb out eventually and you'll get a trophy without a paddle. Yeah, once you got that, and then you want to climb this ledge sort of behind you. You know which one because there will be a energy converter and some loot on the pipework nearby. There you go. So pick them up, energy converter and the loot. And then climb up near the wall box. Inside there you'll find a health injector. And there'll be a locker as well with some loot in. Now this next corridor is going to be 4 enemies. But if you run in with guns blazing, you're possibly going to spawn more than one at once. But this way you only spawn one at a time. So first of all, just go in a few steps so that enemy ahead spawns to you. Grab him, turn him around so you knock him towards the door. One very important thing here first, guys, is to make sure you keep 10 ammo. There's going to be a robot soon and we're going to need ammo for him. So yeah, if you run out of ammo, just start using melee only. We need to keep 10 ammo. Very, very important. You don't want to knock him further into a corridor, because once you progress a little bit further than what we did, it spawns the second enemy. And we want to spawn them one by one. So once you killed him, just go in a bit further until this enemy spawns. Same with him, grab him, turn him around, knock him towards the entrance door, and then quickly get rid of him. Now the mutations happen. This is when you need to try and quickly kill them before the mutation takes over. If you're not quick enough, it's not a big deal. It just means they're going to have more health and it's going to take a bit longer to beat them. But I mean, if it's still one-on-one, it's not a big problem. So once you kill the second one, a third one will spawn. This third one always spawns when you kill the first two enemies. But still, same again, grab him, turn him around, because there's another enemy which will spawn once you progress even further into the corridor. So same game with this one. Yeah, but I think I need to upgrade my damage on the pistol, but I think I forget until right at the end of the game. Because normally once you upgrade your pistol damage and your baton, the highest it can go, normally you normally got more chance of killing him before the mutation begins. But yeah, this is the fourth enemy. He spawns when you get so far down the corridor. So again, same to him. You might find it actually works quite well because of our velocity upgrades. If you grab the enemy, throw him at the wall, and then begin the combo. That seems to work quite well as well, because lobbing the enemies at walls does quite a lot of damage without upgrades on their velocity. And Black Door just opposite, when we first came into that passage, you can unlock that with the shiv, but it just leads you to optional loot. There's nothing of great importance. So I've come straight on with the story, and basically what we're doing now, we're going to go down this elevator. There's going to be a robot at the bottom, by the way, but we're going to kill that robot to get another decoder. Yeah, this robot just here. This is what you needed to save your ammo for. So shoot him a few times and then move back behind that structure in the middle to dodge his flare. When you move him back, you need to try and make sure you're at the back of the platform. If you're a bit too far forward, you'll get stuck on something and you won't move left enough. So make sure you're near the back of the platform when you try to move left. Sort of try and move diagonally back, but to the left. That'll work. But once you kill the robot, make sure you loot it, guys. It drops a decoder. They sell for 500. Once you reach this area, guys, if you haven't got full battery, reload checkpoint to recharge your battery, because you're going to need it soon. And there's the checkpoints in this area. Yeah, there's not a checkpoint probably for like another 5 minutes or so. So that's why we want to do it here. Yeah, so sell everything at the Reforged and then grab that loot just on the left there. Yep, and then what you want to do, you want to buy the damage upgrade level 1 on the stun baton. I think I meant to buy that before. You know the 4 enemies in the corridor, a few of them did mutate. Basically it's because we weren't really doing much damage to them. Or doing enough damage quick enough before they mutated. That's because I didn't buy the stun baton upgrade. And I hadn't upgraded the pistol either, damage on that. But once you're done, come to this door basically opposite the Reforged. This is going to lead you to a collectible, but you're also going to get the skunk somatic, which you missed earlier. It spawns in here. We're not going to be crafting it anyway. It's just mainly for your use, guys. So you've got things to play with if you want to. We're probably going to have about 6,000 credits left at the end of the game, by the way. Yeah, so loot this chest on the left there. You have a pristine energy converter and just some loot. Now, when you shimmy through here, that sack in front, a crit is going to burst through it once you take a few steps forward. So just be ready to grab it and lob it. And then on the right here, guys, you've got a file. That's what we wanted. So that's 17 of 43. Officer James Reese. And there'll be some loot beside it and also the skunk gun somatic. And then when you get back into this hallway, there's going to be an enemy ahead. Just grab him and throw him into the wall spikes on the left. And you once get back near the entrance door, another enemy will spawn. There you go. And there's some wall spikes just behind him. There you go, got him in the end. Yeah, sometimes it's just a bit funny. They won't land on it. I'll keep it in some sort of invisible wall from another object. But once you've done that, what you want to do now, come over to the Reforged, guys. And you want to sell, yeah, you'll upload them new somatics. And you want to sell anything new you've collected. Obviously, keep the batteries. And come down here. Now, there's wall spikes just on the left there. There's also wall spikes at the end of this area on the left. You've got a health injector there on the crate, which I just picked up. Now there's 3 enemies which spawn in here. We can't quite see them because of the smoke. But one of them's an acid enemy. So what we're going to do, we're going to let them come to us and we're going to lob them on the more spikes. I keep moving left and right because that acid. Did you see I just missed it? And I dodged it again. There you go. And once you see them all, guys, 3 enemies. Like I say, 3 enemies. 1 is acid. So just keep moving left and right. Let them come to you. And lob them here. There you go. Loot them all. Come to the end. Now, in the end here, there's going to be 1 enemy. You can either sneak kill him or lob him at the wall spikes with his head. There he is. Directly above some wall spikes. Nice and easy. Loot this health injector from the wall box. Loot that corpse stuck on the wall there. And then come through in this next corridor. This next corridor is going to be a stalker. He spawns from the vent ahead. You can see him spawn. But smoke fills the corridor and you can't see much below your sort of knee level. So grab him towards you. There you go. Just keep doing normal combo. Yeah, it's a little bit funny because you can't quite see him here. If you put on the high contrast options on, you can see him. But that's a bit cheating. That's up to you. But yeah, kill him. Then loot these 2 lockers. And this big room just on the back there. Do not go in there. It's nothing of great importance. And there's going to be a few annoying critters. But you want to go into this vent. After looting them 2 lockers, come to the vent where the stalker came from. And this is going to lead you down to a corpse, basically. With a story file that we need. This will be file number 18 of 43. This is Sergeant Bill. Yeah, so grab this. There you go, grab it, interact with the terminal, and then sell anything at the Reforged. Now, after this bit, guys, we've got to go back. You want to actually, there'll be a checkpoint in a second as well, which you can reload to recharge your battery. Yeah, we've got to go back out to where that robot was. But now there's going to be probably like 6 or so stalkers in the area. But they're hiding on the trees. So this route I take, I know there's one on the tree in front. And what you'll find, if you get too close to stalker, they'll jump on you. But if you know where they are, you can quickly grab them. So if you just follow my way, run down to that utility thing in the middle, stick to it, come around it on the left side. There'll be a stalker on that tree. I just grabbed him and let go to kill him. And then one will run from you over here. Just grab him and launch him ahead. There you go. And then carry on over in this direction. Come through this. You walk slow because you're walking on like all the nesting. Once you get through here, another enemy will spawn. And another one might jump down. So you can just grab them. Just to stun them, guys, and then get through this door. Once you get that checkpoint, you can reload it to get your battery back. And also to despawn any enemies that might have followed you in. Because them stalkers, I think they can try and follow you into here. So you just reload that checkpoint, yeah. Get your battery back and to despawn them. And then come over to here, the shift door, guys. We need to come down here for a file. Yes, 2 lockers here, which you can loot. And jump over here, take a few steps forward, and it'll spawn 3 enemies ahead. Now let these enemies come a bit closer to you. Otherwise, you're going to waste your battery trying to grab them because they're probably going to get stuck on something. And you can kill them out of bounds by lobbing them on these, on there. But you've got to sort of land in the middle. Yeah, so lob them on there. You can see if they're too far to the left, they'll slide down and survive. Yeah, like so. So lob them about where I did and that'll kill him. I find anywhere else, you cannot kill him via out of bounds in this area. But because there's 3 enemies, you do not want to be meleeing and comboing 3 enemies all at once. Because you're going to take a bit of damage. And there's an acid enemy. So that's the way to do it. Pull them towards you guys and lob them. You see where they are? Just up there on that shelf. That's where you want to lob them. Anywhere else, you seem to slide down and survive it. Yeah, basically just near them 2 lockers which we looted. And yeah, make sure you loot them afterwards, guys. And then come up here and climb down this hatch. Almost at the end of this chapter. Yeah, you want to reload here, guys, to yeah, get your battery back. Yeah, they're down here. There's going to be 5 enemies. All I do, I kill them there by dropping them out of bounds. There's a lot of traps you can throw them in, but throwing them does sort of waste a bit more battery. But if you just drop them, it doesn't use as much battery. Yeah, so 5 enemies. If you can kill 4 without running out of batteries, that's great. Yeah, but if you get left with more than 1 remaining, you may run into a bit of trouble if you try and melee them. Yeah, so try to kill at least 4 with your grip, and then the last one should be quite easy to get rid of. I'm just going to try and loot them now, guys, before we leave this area. Yeah, that's the end of the chapter pretty much. You've got to go forward a bit more. There'll be a scene with Elias. Quite a long scene, actually. But yeah, end of chapter. Next chapter's called Lost. But you actually get your suit on the next one, which gives you 6 extra inventory spaces, and it makes it so you can take a little bit more damage, which doesn't really affect me. But yeah, your inventory space will go from 6 to 12, which is a great help, just having, you know, double the inventory space, because it can get quite small when it comes to collecting a lot of items. But you'll find even then it'll still get pretty full at times, even with 12 slots. But yeah, carry on a bit forward, guys, and I'll see you at the start of the next chapter after the cutscenes.
Jacob, oi! Over here! It's not as bad as it looks. Come up.
You want me to climb that?
That depends. Do you want to get off this rock?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Gotta say, you look like shit.
Yeah, I look like shit, huh? I smell like it too because somebody forgot to mention that I'd be swimming in it.
Told you it wouldn't be easy. But what matters is that you made it, yeah?
Yeah, well, we both did.
Not quite yet. But you're nearly there. Come, give us your hand.
You'll begin here outside, guys, in the snowy region of the world, of the planet. Yeah, it's quite cool with the snow effects on the suit. But all you're doing here, you're just making your way through the mountain. There'll be 1 enemy you'll pass, but all you need to do with him, just grab him and launch him off the side of the cliff. And eventually there'll be another small scene, guys. I'll let you watch it all, and then I'll pick it up just after the scene when there's some more collectibles to pick up.
Elias? If you can hear me, activate your emergency beacon. Just a beacon. Elias!
Yeah, I don't see Dani's logic. She needs me because I need to pilot the aircraft. But she keeps making my journey more difficult. Surely she needs to ensure, you know, do everything she can in her capability to make sure I survive. So I don't get it. I think maybe she can actually pilot an aircraft, but the game doesn't tell you that. I don't know. Because why would she make it so I'm having more of a difficult journey? I could have just gone in with her. But anyway, once getting here, guys, there's a file just in that room on the left. That should be file number 20 or 43, Miranda. Pick that up, there'll be some loot beside it, and then into this room, this neighbouring room, you'll find a energy converter. You're going to grab that. And then come into here in this building with the C2 sign on it. Now there's a Reforged just through that little gap. You see it? I did show you just on the screen for a second. There's a Reforged there, but I'm not going to do anything in there. Don't need to do anything at the moment. All you could do if you went in there is just sell some items. But once you come down these steps, grab that container, smash it for some loot, and then carry on along the path, and you'll reach this wall locker on the right. Grab the health injector from the side. Now it's going to be some frozen enemies, but first of all, on the sink, there's going to be some loot. There you go. Come around here. Yeah, this frozen enemy. That's one of them. Lob him in the wall spikes, and there is the other frozen enemy. Lob them into wall spikes and loot them. If you want to see these guys easier, you can just put on high contrast options so that make them bright red. But yeah, loot them. Then come outside. Now 2 enemies will spawn from in the snow here. There's one, just lob him off the side of the cliff. And there's his buddy. Lob him off the side of the cliff as well. Now you need to make your way along the bridge. So you make your way along the bridge, guys, and I'll see you at the opposite side. Don't take too long, because it's a little bit nippy out here. Once you get to the end of the bridge, guys, and there's a little checkpoint, you want to reload it. Yeah, reload it, just get any battery back. And an enemy will spawn on there. As soon as he spawns, grab him and let him go. And that kills him, funnily enough. I guess he's classed as out of bounds in a way. So you grabbing him and then releasing him just sort of changes what he's identified as in the game. I don't know, in some way. And it kills him. But shoot him afterwards. Get loot from him. There'll be some loot on the floor, and then activate the panel to open the gate. And then come over here. Now you want to try and stay in this sort of region where I am. This sort of small area. You can kill the enemies by grabbing there's many canisters around the area. Kill the enemies by lobbing them at the enemies. But make sure you're not too close, because there will be splash damage and it will affect you as well. Now there's going to be 4 stalkers. You're going to have 2, which will spawn, and then 2 will spawn shortly after. Once you've sort of moved around a little bit. But there's also 5 enemies buried in the snow. Now the other 5 enemies only spawn if you go next to them. So as long as you stay where I am, you won't trigger the other 5 enemies. Yep, so that's the first 2 stalkers. And the other 2, if they don't spawn straight away, you might have to move around a little bit like I am. Yeah, they've spawned. Here comes the other one. Yeah, so once you killed all 4 stalkers, take the path that I take to avoid spawning any buried enemies. Yeah, so one enemy there. One enemy just over there, which will spawn. One will spawn just there if you go too close. One will spawn in the far corner. And there's sort of one where I fired that last... Not the last canister, but one just on the right there. Yeah, so take that path that I took over to this door, and you won't trigger any of this. Wait for this enemy to come out, then wait a few seconds. If you attack him as soon as he's not the door open, he's invincible. You got to wait a few seconds. And then once you're in here, there'll be a checkpoint. Yeah, you want to grab a loot and then grab a file from this enemy. I think it's file story related. And then loot the health injector from the wall box. That should have been 21 or 43 guys, Richard Sids, that data bio. And then take the same path back to avoid spawning any other enemies. This same path, guys, take the same path back that I'm taking. It looks a bit like I'm wasting a lot of time, but it's just so I don't trigger any of them 5 enemies. I know it looks pretty weird, but yeah, this is the path you need to take. And once you get close to this door, an enemy will burst through here. Again, just wait a few seconds for him to burst the door open. Wait for a few seconds afterwards, and then lob a canister at him to kill him. And then come through this door, guys. And I'm going to head into the tunnels. Yeah, so first thing we're going to pick up down here is just going to be a data bio, 22 or 43. Another one for Dr. Caitlyn Mahler. Another one for her. So this first collectible is going to be after the first crawl space. And do not be alarmed by any scary noises that you hear. Yeah, they're not going to attack you just yet. You're safe. But yeah, after the first crawl space, go into the room on the left and you'll find a data bio on the table. And there'll be some loot beside it. Which is on the locker. It's in the locker. Yeah, so first room on the left after crawl space. There you go. Dr. Caitlyn. And then loot the locker beside it for some more loot. Now make your way through the tunnels a bit more. And just before the next wall shimmy, there's going to be room just on the left with some more loot in it. There's going to be no enemies you need to worry about. Just some scary noises. Yeah, there's the wall shimmy ahead. You can see the orange light coming from it. Yeah, so go left now to find a room with some loot inside. There you go. I got a battery. Yep, shimmy through the wall. Some more shimmying. Half this chapter is just purely shimmying. Yeah, then once you're through here, there's going to be a new sort of enemy type. It's called, like, you see that enemy? What they do, once they get so close, they explode. So all you need to do to kill them, just grab them and then throw them, and that'll make them explode. You can actually lob them at other enemies, and it can damage other enemies due to when it explodes. But kill it, loot it, and then drop down on the right. There'll be an enemy here with some spikes beside him, which you can lob him into. And then there'll be a crate just above the shelf opposite. Grab that. And this enemy doesn't seem to drop anything. I think it's just some sort of bug, because he should do. But every time I kill him, he don't drop. I'm sure he drops them at once, so I don't know. Now carry on, and at the next fork, we're going to go left, and you'll find some loot. So carry on to the next fork. Yep, that's where I am now. Grab that loot, and then carry on down the other path. You'll see another bomber enemy. Yeah, it's called bombers. So pick him up, throw him, and he'll explode. Just make sure you don't throw him too close, obviously, so it'll damage you then. The base of the steps is going to be a locker. And through here, there's going to be a bomber enemy, but it's also going to be some critters, guys. Yeah, it's going to be 2 critters here. Yeah, so make sure you kill the bomber and the 2 critters. And then round the corner, it's going to be another critter. There he is, at the bottom of the steps. Make sure you're ready to grab him and kill him. And then up here is going to be another bomber and 3 critters. So just make sure you kill them all, guys, before you get too close. There you go, nice and easy. Okay, so after the shimmy, grab that explosive canister on the left and use it to kill this enemy stood in the corner. Masturbating. I don't know. I have no idea what these guys are doing. Yep, and then pick up this bomber enemy up steps. There'll be 2 bomber enemies and a few critters. So just make sure you kill them all. Make sure they're all dead before you move forward. That's it. Grab all the loot they drop. And then go into room straight ahead and grab that loot. And then come back and you want to go in this room. See that room, the container? That's when you want to go to. But once you get into the main chamber, crouch. You'll hear like an enemy screech. Just walk into the chamber. Then when you hear the screech, crouch. Now come around this corner. We want to try and loot this container without alerting the enemy. You see him? He just walked there and he turned around. As soon as he turned around, loot the container, the chest. Because if you alert this enemy, it's going to cause another one to spawn. There's going to be 2 enemies which will spawn. So, we don't want to alert him. Loot the container and then hide again. Wait till he goes and then turns around. There he is. Once he turns around, walk back into the passage. And then once you're into the passage, you should be able to walk and then eventually start running once you're a few more steps away. Yeah, you can run now. And then once you get into this passage, an enemy will drop down. So just kill him quickly. There you go. Fingers crossed. Well, if you followed my path, you shouldn't have alerted the other enemy. Yeah, there's a wall box here near the ladder. The health injector inside. Yeah, that enemy should be near that chest still unalerted, so you don't have to worry about him. But yeah, if you alert that enemy near the chest, another enemy drops in just near him. So obviously that bit can be a little bit tricky with 2 enemies to face at once. With no means to use your grip to kill him. So yeah, that's the easy way to do that. Loot that chest. But the reason we wanted to loot that chest, guys, is because it's got a pristine... it's got pristine decoder inside it, which sells for 750. Yeah, a good amount of credits. 750, that's why we wanted to loot it. My text guide, by the way, at the top of it, I've got a list of all the items you can get and what they sell for. The most expensive item you get is a pristine CPU printer, and that sells for 1500. Yeah, so once you get here, guys, as soon as you trigger the cutscene, the checkpoint, you want to reload it to get your grip back. That's it. Now there's going to be 5 enemies in here. The first one is going to be just ahead. Grab him, throw him into these wall spikes, turn around and look near the hatch near where he came in, and you're going to see an acid enemy spawn. That hatch on the floor just there. There he is. Lob him into the wall spikes. And then there's going to be another enemy spawn near where the first enemy was. So now where the first enemy was, there's going to be another enemy spawn near that vent on the wall. Just over there. There he is. Lob him into wall spikes. Now it's going to be 2 more, but these next 2, they seem to... They don't always spawn in the same place. They sort of spawn behind you, in a way. So what you can do, you can loot this wall box, or you can wait until after, if you want to just focus on the enemies first. Because once you killed all 5, no more will spawn. But I'm just getting it now, because you've got a bit of time between the 3rd and the 4th enemy. And then what I do, I'll come in this corner, near where we came in, just because I've got a good view of everywhere. No enemy's going to spawn behind me. Like I say, these last 2, they try to spawn behind you. But if you've got your back to a wall, they can't. So if you come here, they'll spawn in that hatch near you. Where you have a normal enemy, and then the 5th enemy will be a acid guy again, spitter. There he is, the last one. Just lob him into small wall spikes. And you're golden, guys, no more. There you go, there'll be a checkpoint. Yeah, so if you didn't loot that wall box, loot it now. But yeah, make sure you get any loot from them enemies. And then go up to say hello to Dani. She's going to have a little surprise for you. Yeah, she's going to give you a new gun, the riot gun, which I don't really use that much. On an earlier draft, I did upgrade it a little bit, just because it's a weapon you naturally get. Because once you get somatics for, you have to pay to make the weapon. But the riot gun and the pistol, and the stun baton, I guess, are the only weapons you get via the story. So 3 weapons you get altogether. If you're going to count the stun baton as a weapon. Yeah, 3 altogether. Any others you have to craft. There's actually 3 other somatics you find, but like I say, you have to pay to craft them. But yeah, get the riot gun from her, guys, And then we're going to go up to right the control room, and there'll be some collectibles up there. Yeah, once you're up here, there should be some loot on the table. There it is. And there's a glass cabinet which might have loot inside. It might not always spawn, as you know. But you also need to loot the data BIOS. You need to loot it story related. Otherwise, you can't sort of interact with this console. Yeah, this is data BIOS 23 of 43. And it's Lieutenant Devon Wayne. Yeah, it should be just down here. Yeah, so loot that and then you should be able to interact with the terminal. And then in the next room there should be Reforged. Yeah, so in the Reforged there's a locker beside it with some loot inside. You want to sell everything. Yeah, so sell everything at the Reforged. And you want to upgrade the damage upgrade level 2 for the stun baton. That will cost 2,700. Yep, so craft the damage upgrade level 2. There you go. And I forgot to do this, but you also want to craft the next damage upgrade for the pistol. I think it's called Magnum bullets or something. Yeah, you should have enough. Yeah, but that's sort of what I upgrade. I think I forgot to do it until right at the end of the game. But just make it so you know when you're killing enemies, you'll have more chance to kill them before the mutation happens. Just because you'll be dealing a little bit more damage. So yeah, if you've got enough guys, try to just craft that next upgrade for the pistol. Not the final upgrade, not the bullets, the special bullets, the boom bullets. Don't craft that one. Just craft the next one. I think it costs 900 to make it so your bullets do a bit more damage. It'll just help. Like I say, I didn't do it because I forgot, but I should have. Okay, so you're coming to the airlock, guys. You've got to push on a little bit more. You'll be back outside briefly. Once out here, there's going to be a crate just on your right. You can smash that. I think that's always got a health injector inside, most of the time. Yep, and then once you're in here, there'll be another airlock. Now, there's going to be an elevator in a second. And once this elevator comes down, there's always a acid enemy on it. But for some reason, if you just pick him up and throw him back into the lift, it kills him. I guess it's classed as out of bounds. I don't know. But yeah. The acid enemy that comes down on this elevator, just lob him back, grab him, and lob him back onto it. And yeah, it'll kill him. If not, it might have been my velocity that killed him. I might have got lucky. But if not, yeah, just melee and shoot. Normal strategy. Yep, and then carrying up. And we're going to be getting a gate fuse next. Once you crouch below this half open door, take a sharp right and you'll find some loot on the desk. And then come around here and we're going to grab a gate fuse. There's some sort of weird glitch at the end where the game, it gives you a gate fuse for no reason. Like you're supposed to go and fight this boss to get one. But if you go straight to the panel, you'll just magically put a fuse into it, like from nowhere. Yes, it's some sort of bug that happens. But I'm sure that's going to get patched, so I don't actually use it. I do it all the intended way by collecting all the fuses we're meant to. But yeah, slot that fuse in there after picking it up. Loot the locker. Grab the loot on that little desk near the terminal. And then interact with the terminal, guys, to unlock the security gates. Don't worry about that enemy in the cage. If I spilt that, he doesn't burst out. He's there to, I think, create a bit of tension. You're expecting him to break through, but he doesn't. Them cages are built really well, believe it or not. Yes, once you get through the security gate, go left and you'll find a container on the floor. You can smash it for some loot. And then in here it's going to be like a little siege. Climb this ledge in the middle for some credits. Come over here and grab the pristine energy converter from this corpse which is stuck in the machinery. And you need to actually loot the data buys from this guy. 24 of 43, Officer Aaron. You have to loot him to progress the story because he's stuck inside it. Now, 2 enemies going to spawn here. You're going to have a normal enemy and an acid enemy. I normally spawn over here because then you've got that trap ahead of you. You don't have to hold them up for too long. So you've got an acid enemy and a normal enemy spawn to begin with. Loot them. And then in this corner there'll be a stalker. He sort of climbs upwards and then comes back down to you. Here he is. Lob him into that machinery to kill him. And then you have 2 more which will spawn near where that guy was that's trapped in the machine. You've got another acid enemy and a normal enemy. There you go. Pull him into there. That's it. 5 enemies only, guys, that you have to kill. And then loot them. Yeah, I'm looking for the main piece of that enemy, but I don't know. I find there's his legs and arms, but I don't know where his torso is. So yeah, I'm not going to be able to loot him. Yeah, once you've done them, guys, come up into the control room. Yep, on the left there when you come in there'll be some loot on the counter. And then interact with the terminal. There you go. Once you've done that, go over to the Reforged, guys, and you want to sell everything. Yeah, you want to sell everything. This chapter's actually not quite long. I mean, we're sort of almost through it, if I'm honest. I mean, there's still a little bit more to go, but in terms of enemies and such, not really much more to deal with. Yeah, but sell everything at the Reforged. Yep, and then come down to the next airlock. In this next airlock, there's actually going to be a chest. In this chest, you've got a decoder and just some other random loot. Yeah, so get past that punk. Fortunately, you can't damage him yet. But once you get back outside, there's going to be 8 enemies. But they're frozen. They're frozen in time. But if you want to cheat, you can see them if you turn on high contrast settings. If you take the path I take, you won't trigger them, because these enemies which are frozen, they only trigger if you get within about 2 steps. But if you take the path I take, you won't trigger any. But if you want to cheat, guys, go into the options and turn on high contrast, and then they'll just be bright red, easy to see. But if you take my path, you won't trigger any. Yep, so just take my path through these. I'm not trying to explain because these enemies, they don't have names, so I can't say avoid Dave and then go past Jimmy. Go left off Ethel. And then go right around Claire. Yeah, they don't have names, so it's quite hard for me to explain. But just take my route, or like I say, high contrast settings. But once you get in here, guys, there'll be a little cutscene for probably a good few minutes, which I'm going to skip. Oh, guys, back at the ship. Yeah, criminal always returns to the scene of crime, so they say. No, but I'm innocent. I don't know what Dani's on about all the time. Thinks I did something wrong. Yeah, back at your ship, you should get a trophy, guys. That one, crash site. Return to the crash ship. You should get that when you go inside. But once inside, there's going to be a file to collect. There'll be an energy converter first. That's in the first room on the left. Yeah, there you go. Crash site. So first room on the left, energy converter, and then in the kitchen, there'll be some loot, and then in the second room on the left, there'll be a audio bile. That's Max Barra, 25 of 43. And then in the seated area, guys, is some loot. And then come down the steps, and there should be some loot on the crate just before you see Dani. Yeah, there you go, just on the left there. Pick that up. There you go, and show her your medical supplies you got, your Viagra. Once you get control back, guys, after that little scene, yeah, you're heading into this hangar now. Now we've pretty much done the chapter. You're just getting sort of to the end of it now. It's going to be a few items to collect. You've got 2 more files yet, and you've just got some contraband. You got 2 decoders, so that's like 1,000 credits just there by themselves. Yeah, when you come to the first hangar left. And on the left wall there'll be a crate, and on that crate is a decoder. So grab that one, guys, and then come to the opposite end where Dani's gone. And you want to go into the back of this vehicle. Now, some glitch happens with this. It's this crate. When you smash a crate, the loot drops down underneath it. So you need to pull the crate out to you, and then loot it outside. Yes, pull the crate out, loot it outside for some loot, and then loot the file from that guy. That should be 26 or 43 Scott. And if you look back at him, you'll see he's disappeared. Yeah, so for some reason, when you take the data bio from Scott, he drops to the floor of the vehicle. Like I say, same with the container. Once you smash it, if you smash it inside. Coming to this airlock. Yeah, come to this airlock, and we're going to head into the control room. In the control room, there's going to be a chest. In the chest is a decoder, another one, and just some random loot. Yeah, 3 chapters to go, guys. Not much to go. Like I say, the last 2 don't take too long. The last boss fight takes like probably 5 minutes, if I'm honest, because you have to put about 200 or so rounds of ammo into him, literally, on maximum security difficulty. Yeah, loot this chest, like I say, decoder and some loot, and you're going to carry on into like a hangar with loads of malfunctioned robots, which are all out of order. Yeah, this is a return section, it seems. Yeah, just showing you my collectibles while waiting for Dani. Yeah, you got to wait for Dani here to unlock the door. Yeah, so once you're in the robot hangar, hang a right, and you want to go to the far right corner. Yeah, there's be a vent. Pull the cover off, and there'll be 2 containers inside. Smash them for some loot. Then go left. There'll be a little box here at the bottom of the steps. There you go. File, guys. That's 27 of 43. Dr. Caitlyn. And then at the top of them steps is a pristine energy converter. Once you've got that, come outside, guys, and go up the elevator once it comes down. Now, once you've got this elevator, it's going to be a little cutscene. You're going to get a trophy called In the Pipe, 5x5, reach the hangar flight deck. And then after this, you've got another one of them gameplay segments where you have to, a little bit similar to that slide, but not. Same sort of commands. You have to move left and right to dodge stuff. But now you'll be falling, and you basically just got to move left and right to dodge. I don't think you can even move forward and back. It seems like you do, but I don't think you actually do move forward and back. You just got to move left and right to dodge it. And then at the bottom, if you've got QTEs turned off, you have to press X to grab like a bar. But if it's turned on, you don't have to press anything. All you got to do is move left and right to avoid all the debris. And once you're at the bottom, that marks the end of the chapter, guys. So like I say, I leave the gameplay going for this until the trophy pops, and I'll show you the gameplay of that segment where we've fallen, we've got to dodge, and then I'll skip the cutscenes again.
UJC propaganda. Things aren't always what they seem.
Kind of like me. That car gets in front of me.
Maybe. I'd sure like to think so.
There it is.
It's 2 minutes out.
It's right on time. It's a hell of a lot bigger than my old ship.
Think you could fly it?
Yeah, I'll fly anything that gets us off this.
Chapter 6, guys, and this is the last long one. Like I was saying much earlier, the last 2 chapters, they're not really that long. But this one's, I don't like this one too much to begin with, because you have to make your way down this sort of massive square shaft. You're just slowly going down around the outside, shimmying, crawling, a bit more walking, another shimmy. Yeah, it's really slow moving. But it's only like at the start. But to begin, first of all, there's just going to be some loot. So Dani's going to wait over there for you. That's where you're supposed to go. But if you come over to this corner, you're going to find some loot on these concrete barriers. Just over here. And then there's also going to be a energy converter nearby. Just up these steps. You can see it flashing. Yeah, energy converter. Yeah, so grab that. Go back to Dani, guys. And then just make your way past this next bit. And I'll meet you at the bottom, guys, when we get control back.
Sounds like the hangar's still coming down.
Yep. Elevator's just up ahead. On the map, there was a service route a few levels down. Might be a faster way to reach the colony.
I hope this plan of yours doesn't get us both killed.
It's getting worse. We should hurry.
This is the place, right?
Yeah, but I don't see the elevator.
Shit. It's busted.
I was hoping we'd get lucky. But this whole place is falling apart.
There's gotta be another way down.
Then let's find it. Come on.
Look out!
I'm okay. Thanks.
I can see another way. I'll meet up with you.
Just be careful. It's worse than I thought in here.
Is this thing gonna hold?
Just try not to think about it.
Shit.
You okay?
Yeah.
I told you to be careful.
Yeah, right.
Found a ladder. I'm heading down. Over here. On the service route. Come on. It's not that far. Just a few more steps.
Yeah, quite so that bit. What, 5 minutes? Like it's trying to be Last of Us, isn't it? For a second there. But yeah, once you get control back, you see that enemy. Throw him into these spikes on the left. Don't throw him in the ones behind him, because if you go and loot him, you might alert to enemies. Throw him on the ones on the left, then you can loot him without alerting anybody else. And how these blind enemies work, if they've not seen you, you can crouch right up to them and stab them. Remember, they've got no eyesight, so it doesn't matter if you're in front or behind, you just have to be quiet. But some of them are stuck into walls. The ones that are stuck into walls, you can see them. They don't actually show up on high contrast. There's a collectible there, by the way, guys. Just picked it up off that table. 28 of 43, Dr. Sheehan, make sure you pick it up. Yeah, you see these enemies stuck to the wall. if you go within a few steps, they will actually come out. You'll actually alert them. There's a container there with some loot inside. Yeah, so make sure you take that path that I took, crouch in between them, and then it will not alert them. Just make sure you're crouched and you do not get within a few steps, and then them ones on the walls will not aggro. Here, I just wait for this guy to come down the steps. I just stab him. You don't have to. I mean, all you got to do is get up these steps, really. I just stab him so I can get up a bit quicker without having to wait for him to move. And then come up here and jump over here. Now, in this little gap ahead, you see that enemy there? Shoot him. Shoot him and then run up to him and stomp on him before he gets a chance to mutate. That's it. Nice, easy way to kill them. Yeah, them enemies that are stuck in walls, if you shoot them, they'll fall out. And it normally kills them, but sometimes you do have to go and stomp on them, just stop them from mutating. Now here, there's 3 lockers. The middle one, the one which is pretty much in the corner, do not loot it because a critter falls out. And then here on the table, you got a tactical pistol somatic. You might have to discard a battery or something to make space for it. You got a container on there. Loot the container, and then in these 2 lockers, you got some loot. So loot these 2. And then climb down this ladder. At the bottom of the ladder, there's going to be a sleeping enemy. So as soon as you get down, if you're not already crouched, just make sure you crouch so you don't alert him. And then come around here into the middle, and you can shoot. Well, you don't want to shoot this exact. You want to try and grab something to throw at it. You don't want to shoot it because the noise of your gunfire is going to wake up that sleeping enemy. So pick some up and lob it at it. And then once you're a good distance away from that sleeping enemy, you can walk. And then up here, grab the container, smash it. And then come over to this Reforged. Upload your new somatic, guys. We're not going to be crafting it. And then sell some items. Yeah, pretty much sell everything. And then what you can do now also, you can craft the velocity upgrade max full of grip. And you can also craft the energy upgrade max for it as well. If you don't have enough, don't worry. Just make sure you do it when you have next time. We will have plenty of money left at the end of the game. Don't worry too much. Just if you can't upgrade this now, do it a little bit later when you can. You should be able to upgrade one of them at least. Yep, there you go. So once you've done that, come over here. There'll be a checkpoint. Now, see that enemy down there? You want to shoot him. And that'll wake up the enemy on the right as well. But if you shoot him and just wait at the top, they'll both escape eventually. There you go. Yeah, they'll both escape. If you do not do it this way, that enemy on the right, he actually blocks. He'll block your path here. Because you can't actually get through without alerting that enemy. And he'll block your path. And you have to fight him. But this way, you don't have to. You just shoot that first one. Then they both spawn. And then they both escape because they can't get up to you. There you go. And then come through this crawl space. Now in this crawl space, sometimes you might want to crouch. Well, once you're out of the crawl space. I mean, it don't really matter too much in this tunnel, but there'd be some tunnels later where there'd be enemies stuck to walls. And you'll need to crouch for a lot of it. Just avoid alerting them, and also you'll need to keep a good few steps away so you don't get too close. Now once you're back in the passage out of the tunnel, grab that pristine energy converter off the end there, and there's an egg sack on the right which will grab you. So you're going to climb out here. Over here you're going to keep to the back. If you're too far forward, it will be able to grab you, and then just lob some at it to kill it. There you go. Once you kill that, 4 of these blind enemies will spawn, and we're actually going to stab all of these. There's a trophy for stabbing 5 of these enemy types by getting a stealth kill on 5 of them, so that's what we're going to do. This is 4. We've already done 1. If you didn't stab that first enemy, don't worry. There's going to be a few more of these which you're going to stab later. Yeah, I'm just going to do all 4. Then we can run. Yeah, you should get that trophy given back. That's for stabbing 5 of them. But now we can loot them all. Remember to loot that egg sack as well. There you go. Come up here afterwards, and on the left is a container you can break, get some loot, and a new recording, guys. Dr. Sheehan, that's 29 of 43. Loot that and then climb up here. Now, once you climb up here, you're gonna jump over something, and then go into another sort of it's like a illuminated cave. There you go, see it ahead. Now on the left around here it's an egg sac, so make sure you're ready. It's a big one. There you go, shoot that to kill it, and then turn around. You'll find a health ejector on the floor in this corner. Loot the item which that egg sac dropped, and then come here to the end. Now once you get through this crawl space, you'll see a small container opposite. You can pull that towards you, smash it and then loot it. Yeah, I don't know where the item went. Sometimes it just disappears. Oh, looks like I got it. Now when you come down here, a acid enemy will spawn. Just lob him in them wall spikes for a quick easy kill. Loot him for some good loot. And then ahead of you will be a blind enemy. You don't have to kill him, but I just kill him anyway so I can run. There you go. Just quickly lob him on them wall spikes to kill him. Loot him and then climb the ladder. Now at the top of the ladder there's going to be another blind enemy. But because he's blocking our path, we're just going to grab him, turn around and drop him back down the ladder. That's it. He would normally come back up to you, but if you get out of the room quickly you don't need to worry about it. Yep, there you go. And then once you're through here guys, there's going to be over 8 enemies. And there's a lot of different ways to get through this. A lot of different ways. But I always restart checkpoint to get my battery back. All I do though to prevent any trouble, just kill that first enemy by lobbing him on that big tractor. And then come down here. And then once you get close enough, start to crouch. Yeah, and just crouch around these. You can try and stealth kill them. You can lob them onto the spikes. It's up to you. I mean, if you do kill them, you can loot them. But there's so many of them. It's just easier to just crouch for them all. Get them out of the way. And yeah, once you get to the next checkpoint, you can normally reload checkpoint in these sections. It will normally despawn all the enemies which you've already passed. So you don't need to worry about alerting them guys at least. Yeah, so just as you get around this corner, there should be a checkpoint. Yep, there you go. You could reload that if you want it. To recover your battery and to despawn all them enemies. And then carry on forward a bit more. There are a few containers, small containers guys, you know them ones you can grab and break. But I am just ignoring them. I ignore all loot in these parts. Unless it's some sort of separate room. So once you get through here, first you want to reload that checkpoint, otherwise enemies might follow you in. Yeah, I know there's Reforged and it seems like a safe room. But yeah, they follow you into here for some reason. But yeah, at the Reforged, you want to keep all your ammo now. So from this point forward, you're going to be keeping all your ammo, guys, because you need it. You're going to need it for a big upcoming battle. Yeah, it's a big upcoming battle at the end of this. You're going to have your first boss fight. You want to come in here, grab the key card, and then go back. Yeah, that Reforged, if you haven't already, obviously buy them battery upgrades I brought in the previous Reforged. But if you still got any money, you want to buy the upgrade for the pistol. If you haven't already, like I say, I forgot to buy it. If you've got some spare cash, I think it's 900. Well, it might even be 600. Yeah, buy the boom, not boom bullets, the Magnum upgrade. The one that gives you more damage. Buy that for the pistol if you can. Yeah, so all we're doing now, we're going back to that. You see that door just ahead? We can unlock that door now that we've got a key card. You're going to head into there. There'll be a cutscene. Just when you get through that doorway, there'll be a checkpoint. So if you do aggro anybody and you want to despawn them, just get through the door, get the checkpoint, reload it, and that'll despawn all these enemies here. Yep, then we're just going to carry on forward a bit more. We're going to go through a little sort of mine shaft. There'll be like a little minecart track. And through there's going to be a file and a chest. Yeah, once you get into this part, there's not going to be any enemies for probably a minute. Probably not quite that long. But come in here, guys, going to grab a file. This will be number 30 of 43. Dr. Sheehan. And you've also got a chest. In this chest, you've got a energy converter and some loot. This next bit after this, you're going to have a massive bunch of enemies again. So again, it's up to you if you want to try and kill them all and loot them for the loot, or just try and get through it quickly like I am. If you shoot your weapon or anything like that, you're going to alert the others. But if you throw the enemies into something, it doesn't normally make too much noise and it will not alert the other enemies, as long as you're not too close. So yeah, you got 2 enemies to begin with. One will come through that wall on the left there. Now you can, there's only 2 in this bit, and there's a checkpoint just near the end of it. So you can kill them quickly, get to this checkpoint, and then reload your save to get all your battery back. There you go, it will just respawn just here. And then come through a shimmy. Now once you get through here, there's going to be a massive bunch again. Probably more than the last bit. It's going to be like 8 or so. But at the end, there's like four sleeping enemies as well. So what I normally do here, because some of these, a lot of these can block your path. So I just make your way through it, but any blocking my path, I lob them into the wall spikes. Just like so. But if you do lob any into wall spikes, just make sure the first hit kills them. Because if not, they're going to be aggroed, obviously, when they get control back. So yeah, slowly make your way through here. Watch out for any enemies crawling in. There'll be one on the right here, there he is. And then one on the left a bit further up. Yeah, there. So yeah, just be very careful coming through here if you're trying to crouch through it like I am. He's blocking me. So I could have chose to kill him, but I decided not to. I'm feeling merciful. But this guy I will, because he does block your path. There you go, I got rid of him. Now all that's up here, guys, is 4 sleeping enemies. Yeah, you got that one there, and then you got 3 huddled up in the corner. Just over there. Don't know if you can see then from the darkness. But yeah, over here, this is going to be a pristine energy converter. Just near that, on that barrel on the left, near the wall spikes. Right, and then we need to go up into that green door. We need to go and activate the circuit breakers. Alright, so once you get through here, it's going to be Reforged. But just hidden around the corner is a egg sac. So just be very careful. Come around the corner slowly. And there he is. Shoot it. That's it. There'll be a container on the top there. Of them sort of look like storage lockers or something. Yes, loot that. And then loot these 3 lockers. And you can sell everything at Reforge. But remember, do not sell any ammo. Do not sell any ammo, guys. We need it.
On the generator. I hope it still works.
Once you get here, there'll be a checkpoint. You want to reload it to get all your battery back. And then just across from the hole, there's a container. You can pull it towards you and break it for an item. Now, when you drop down this hole, you want to come over to the wall spikes and get ready, because the acid enemy is going to come through that hatch. Yeah, then grab him towards you, turn around, lob him at the wall spikes. Make sure you kill him here. If you kill him anywhere else, you might alert some blind enemies from the walls. But killing him there is a good, easy way to do it without alerting the others. And the acid enemies, obviously, they drop a lot. So it's a good idea to kill him if it's not going to waste too much time. Now, once you come through here, you want to, as soon as you see a checkpoint, you want to reload it. Yep, reload it straight away. The reason being is because it'll push the acid enemy back a bit and make it easy to lob him into the wall spikes. There you go. And they can come down here, grab him, quickly lob him into the wall spikes. Now, there'll be 3 torso enemies. Grab these and lob them into the wall spikes as well. There'll be 2 and then 1 on the left. There he is. Lob them into the wall spikes as well. There you go, easy. Yeah, the reason you have to do that for the acid enemy, if you don't reload checkpoint, he's too close to you, and then it means that you have to carry him too far to get him to the wall spikes, by which point it wastes too much of your battery, and you don't quite have enough to kill the 3 torso enemies then. So that way it just makes it a little bit easier. So once you looted them, shimmy through the wall. And then we're going to be going into a optional area at the moment, which you need to for like a optional a sort of misc trophy in a way, because it's, you get this one for finding all the secret areas, and this will be secret room 2. So climb the ladder, smash a container, grab the loot inside it, and then go through a shimmy space at the top of the ladder. Yeah, this tunnel section, try to crouch and stay away from any enemies stuck to the wall. The first bit don't really matter too much, it's just mainly egg sacs. But as you go a bit deeper into the tunnel, you'll see I'll go through it with you, and I'll try to point it out to you where the enemies might be. Yes, you drop down here, and then you go right near the lantern. There's another hole. Now it's down here where some of the enemies are. So yeah, once you're down here, you might want to crouch. Yeah, then shimmy through this wall. Now on the right here, somewhere, see enemy stuck to the wall. And there he is, you see him stuck to the wall there. If you make too much noise, he'll come out and try to dance with you. So just avoid him. There's another one over there stuck to the wall. Again, just crouching should make it so you don't trigger these. Now this one here I do trigger because I think I run a bit too early. He's just on the right. There he is, stuck to the wall. I think I trigger him. He dies easy enough anyway, but yeah, you want to try not to trigger him. You basically need to crouch all the way into the secret room. See, I got up too early. You know, wait to about here, and then you can start running. But just at the end, it's an egg sack. I killed it. Yeah, that egg sack enemy, I did kill it. And then come in here and grab this audio file. You'll get that trophy, guys. Yeah, the commonality, uncover the mystery. I think that's for getting every secret area. And then grab the data bio, number 31 of 43, Yannick Sage. And obviously loot the sage, loot the chest as well. There's 3 items in here loose on the desk. There'll be 2 on one side, 1 on the other. Yeah, there he is. I triggered him. I was too noisy. So yeah, it's only 1 enemy, and it just means I've got to get rid of him now. But I think he dies from a single launch at the wall. No, not quite. Okay, it took 2. But yes, somewhat killed him. But yeah, once you got past them, come up these steps. Once you get about halfway up, you should be safe to run. Yeah, you come up here into the control room. There'll be 2 items on the terminal there. Left of the one you have to interact with. Yeah, once you interact with it, you'll find you have to reset the breakers. Yeah, that chest we looted, by the way, down in the secret room. You got a CPU printer from that. And the CPU printer sells for 1,000. Yeah, there's a Reforged here, where you can sell everything. Yeah, but keep your ammo. Sell everything except for your ammo. And your batteries, of course. You need to keep your ammo for this upcoming boss battle. Come outside afterwards. You've got a container there. If you want to pull it to you and break it. Yeah, we need to find the first breaker first. Now, there's another small container just on top of this sort of doorway below us. There it is. Let's pull that to you. And then smash it. There you go. And then go and pull the first breaker, guys. Just on the left here. Once you pull this, an enemy will spawn in behind you. So just be ready to lob him in the wall spikes. Loads of wall spikes where we are, though. Should be nice and easy to dispatch of him. There'll be more below, but for now it's just a single one. You've got a checkpoint there as well if you need to reload it. But this guy isn't the problem, it's all the enemies down below. Yeah, once you get down here, about 6 enemies are going to pop up. Best to avoid these is to crouch to the second breaker, because once you pulled it, there'll be a checkpoint. You can reload that checkpoint and it will despawn all these enemies in this section. So get to this, pull it, reload. There you go, there's your checkpoint, reload it. That's it, goodbye, blind enemies. And then come through this door. Once you get through here, there'll be some more. Now you can crouch through this section, or you can just try to move a bit quicker by just killing any that are in your way, I guess. There you go, you can loot these as well, I guess, if you want to. Yeah, I guess. Like I say, you can crouch through here, it's up to you. There's not too many in that bit. But yeah, come up here afterwards, and this will take you to third and final circuit breaker. Yep, and then once you've done this, you can head to the boss fight, guys. We've got an elevator we have to stand on, and you're going to have a swarm of enemies spawning. Altogether, it is 16 enemies. 16 enemies and 1 boss you're going to have to all face all at once. Yeah, you get a trophy, guys. Power up. Story related. I just reloaded checkpoint in there to get all my battery back. Right, now we've just got to follow the cable back to the elevator. Where you remember where we got a key card from? That's what I'm talking about. You can get through this bit a bit quicker. There's like a little shortcut you can take now. Yeah, so if you go up that ramp, that slope where the cable's going, you can actually go up there from this way. You just can't climb back up. Now, you can wait for these enemies to sneak past them, or you can just lob them out of the way and quickly get ahead. Because each time you drop down a ledge, they're not going to follow you down here. I don't know what that flapping is. I think that's sometimes how an enemy falls. Yeah, so once you're here, keep following the cable up. Near the top, an enemy will spawn this time. Lob him the spikes on the right. There you go, dispatch of him. Back through this door, which we opened with this key card earlier. Yep, then in here, just take your time for a moment. There will be a torso zombie here somewhere. So if you do alert them, just watch out. Enemy just came through a wall there on the left. Yeah, enemy will come from below the wall spikes. Yeah, there's like I said, there's a torso zombie somewhere. But once you get to that shimmy space ahead, that's basically all them enemies done, because it will cave in. There you go. Okay, so all we're going to do now, guys, is we want to... Yeah, you want to reload checkpoint to get your battery back. Yeah. I'm actually thinking why I had a lot of trouble now with this boss fight, because this boss fight seemed to take longer than what it did normally for me. And I think that's why, because I didn't upgrade my capacity. Sorry, not my capacity, my damage on the pistol. Yeah, so if you haven't already, I keep mentioning this, but it's because I forgot. If you haven't already, definitely upgrade the damage on the pistol now. On your basic pistol, yeah, just upgrade the damage on it. There you go. Now, start the elevator, and then it's going to be 4 containers, loads of loot inside. If you can't take it all at once, don't worry about it. We'll take some more later. You're going to need 2 or 3 batteries for this bit, by the way. So first 4 enemies, they're going to spawn near the fan. Yeah, 4 enemies. That's 2. There's 4 waves, and they all spawn in waves of 4. So that's 3. There'll be 1 more. There you go, lob him. Now, if you're standing in different places, they might spawn in a different order. I can't say exactly. They've always spawned like this for me. But as long as you follow my route, they should all spawn sort of in the same place at the same time. Yeah, I can't believe that's why I had so much trouble here, because I didn't buy that upgrade for the pistol. Yeah, he takes a lot more damage than what he normally, a lot more shots than what he has taken in the past. Yeah, the next 4, they spawn sort of in the middle, at the front, near where the controls are. Yeah, they just sort of drop down from the ceiling. Yeah, so 4 enemies will drop from there. And if you get a chance, you can grab some loot. Okay, so that's 8 dead. The next 4 will climb over these railings on this side. And then the last 4 will be over the railing on the other side. Very easy, just grab and kill. This is where the grip comes in very useful, bits like this. Can you imagine trying to kill all these with your melee, or with your melee in your pistol? You'd have a lot of trouble. This makes it so much simpler. That's it, and then the last 4 enemies are going to spawn on the left side, guys. Yeah, once you killed all these, you're going to have your first boss. 2 heads. And this is about as original as the boss fighting comes in this game. Yeah, 2 heads. He's pretty much the boss in the game, which you fight like 3 or 4 times, fortunately. So what I do, straight after the cutscene, I reload checkpoint, because that triggers, otherwise you've got to wait a good sort of 10 or 20 seconds for this cutscene to begin. But if you skip cutscene, sorry, if you checkpoint and reload, it triggers straight away. As soon as you see that checkpoint, restart it. Okay, so to defeat this guy, if he gets too close, he will try to melee you. It'll be an instant kill if you don't dodge it, so bear that in mind. If he gets too close, just make sure you hold him back so you're trying to dodge. Instant kill if not. And all you're going to keep doing, running away, turning around, and then shoot him. That's it, it's all you're going to keep doing. If you upgraded your damage on the pistol, you'd probably go down a bit faster. I'm not using my shotgun ammo, because your shotgun ammo sells for more than the pistol. And once you've done this fight, we're going to be selling our ammo. later on in the next Reforged. Yeah, so just repeat the method, guys. Once you knock him down the first time, take so much ammo if it unupgraded. But you have got a shotgun, remember that, you have got a shotgun if you want to use that as well. You just press left on the D-pad to switch weapons. There you go. Once you've knocked him onto his legs and he's staggered, run up to him and melee him. If you don't melee him, he'll just get back up like normal and start walking after you again. But if you melee him once you knock him down, it'll sort of kill half of his head. Well, kill one of his heads. He'll rip it off. And then just do a bit more damage. And he should fall. I bait him around these boxes just to try and give myself a bigger window to get more bullets in, you know, each time. Really, finally, you'll get that trophy. 2 heads are better than 1. Yep, make sure you loot him afterwards because he drops a CPU printer. They sell for 1,000. Right, grab any remaining loot in the chest which you didn't grab earlier. Right, and once you get up here, before you go through the door, there's going to be a file on the floor, guys. 33 of 43. This is Alex Wang. Pick it up, and then once you go through this door, guys, that'll be the end of the chapter. 2 more left. Next one is called Colony. Yeah, that's how my collectible is looking. To start with, in chapter 7, you've got a data BIOS near the start. Alex Wang, 33 of 43. Yeah, just from his corpse over here. And if you climb this ladder nearby, there's a chest at the top with a pristine CPU printer inside it. They sell for 1,500. I think this might be the only one of these we get in the game. I think there is more than one, but I can't actually remember if I get the other one or not.
Nice.
I don't recall. We still end up with loads of money left at the end. Don't worry. But yeah, I can't quite recall. But yeah, that's what sells for the most. But if you do need any more space, just drop or use any batteries. But when it comes to the pristine versions, by the way, of the different contraband, the pristine versions, unless it's the pristine energy converter, which sells for double, anything else, they normally sell for 50% more. Like the pristine decoder will sell for 750 instead of 500. The pristine CPU printer sells for 1,500 instead of 1,000. So yeah, I guess it's only the energy converter that sells for double the pristine one. But the others like 50% more. So once you're up here, guys, you've got file 34 or 43 on that shelf. Data BIOS, that's Darren Bar. Make sure you grab that. Like I say, 34 or 43. Carry on through here. And then once you drop down near the loot, there'll be a checkpoint. Yeah, the floor will drop. There you go. Yeah, drop down and be a checkpoint. Now this checkpoint, you want to reload it. For some reason, reloading this checkpoint, it despawns some of the enemies in this next part. Yeah, and then grab that loot. Yeah, then jump out this window. Yeah, it's normally about 5 enemies down below here. But yeah, restarting that checkpoint despawns a lot of them. If not, if it ever gets patched or it's not meant to happen, you can actually just sneak past all of these. But what I normally do, I kill that first guy on the left, throw him into wall spikes. Then I can run because the other enemy's quite far away. And then I can climb this ladder. At the top of this ladder, there'll be another checkpoint which you want to reload. Yeah, because you might need that battery back. So once you reload it, these 2 enemies will be back here. And I think reloading that despawns any enemies down below anyway. But you want to sneak kill that guy. And you can kill this one over here. You can just grab him and lob him over there to kill him. There's not really anybody else to aggro until you come in here and this enemy pops up from the vent. And you can just hide here and stab him from behind. Once you stabbed him, come to the bathroom. Now in the bathroom, once you pick up one of these items, it's going to cause an enemy to spawn. Well, 2. So as soon as you pick up one of these items, come outside, get ready. Now that guy, as soon as you pick up one, he's going to pop up, grab him, and then kill him really fast. Because another enemy's going to come in a second. Kill him really fast, and then get outside, ready for the second enemy. You'll hear it come in. Here it comes. Same again, grab it, and then start doing the melee / firearm combo. That's it, and then that should be it. No more should come. Alright, so just make sure you got all the loot. There was the assault rifle somatic in there, guys. There's a container here, by the way, which you can grab. Yeah, in that bathroom you had the assault rifle somatic. Yep, and you also had a energy converter. So just make sure you grab that assault rifle somatic. Very, very important. Once you've done so, come into these rooms, grab the loot, which I just grabbed, and then grab the key card from this enemy. Not enemy, but this corpse, which is stuck to the wall. Once you've got the key card, reload checkpoint, guys, to get all your battery back. You grab that canister, use it to kill this guy. Yep, stab him, stomp him to get the loot. Come down here, an enemy will jump over the railing. Hang in this corner, wait for him to walk past, and then silent kill him. And when you get through here, part of the railing falls away automatically. So it like automatically aggroes the enemy. So I always kill these 2. Yeah, see, it just fell down on the right. Just grab these 2. And you see that wall up there with all the scaffolding on? There's rocks beneath that wall. So if you lob them at the wall, they'll fall into the rocks and it'll kill them. That's why I lob them there. And you come over here into this door. Loot the file from this corpse. This is 35 of 43. Darren Bar again, minor log 3. And then loot the pristine energy converter of the shell next to him. Now, I've not really got much which I can discard. Pristine energy converter, they sell for 200. So, if you can sell any drop any hand cannon ammo, that will be better. Or battery. Battery's even better because they only sell for 10. But yeah, do what you can. And then once you're done, guys, come down here. Now, this enemy on the floor, this torso enemy, once you kill him, it's going to spawn 3 enemies to your, and they're going to be alerted. But if you kill him out of bounds, like so, he doesn't spawn the enemies. But you have to kill him out of bounds before he's aggroed. So you open the door, move back, grab him, and then if you throw him on above this control room, throw him above it, that normally kill him out of bounds. But yeah, you've got to make sure you kill him out of bounds before he's alerted. Yep, that's pretty much how you avoid fighting 3 enemies there, guys. Easy. And then once you activate the controls, you can loot the locker beside it, and then come into this elevator. Once you leave this elevator, there's a file outside, 36 of 43, Yannick Sage. But as soon as you get up here, and the checkpoint triggers, reload it to get all your battery back. Yep, harvest that from him. And then come up, go right, there'll be an enemy already aggro to you, coming down the steps, there he is. Pick him up and just lob him over there to kill him. There you go, nice easy kill. And then continue up. You don't have to kill him, he normally just despawns eventually, but you kill him if you want to. Yep, and then come all the way here. You basically went left at the fork. Now, enemy spawns in that room there. There you go, and you can lob him to his death as well. And then in this room is a chest. You can loot this chest, guys. You have some goodies inside. You'll get a decoder in here. Yeah, there's a decoder there. So, if anything, make sure you get the decoder at least. Yeah, see, my cheapest thing right now is a health injector. So, yeah, if I want to drop anything right now, it needs to be a health injector. Even a full stack of hand cannon ammo, that sells for 120, so it's a little tiny bit more. So, yeah, there's my decoder. And then once you've got that decoder, come into this room, guys, which we passed earlier. And then grab a gate fuse. Once you grab this, it's going to trigger a checkpoint. So you can reload it to get your battery back. But it also triggers like about 4 enemies. Well, it triggers 1 to begin with, and the 3 trigger once you go around the corner. So just sprint out, throw him to his death. Come over to this window, and this will spawn 3 enemies. 1 will spawn in there. There he is. And there'll be a bomb. There'll be an acid enemy and a bomb around the corner. There you go. Just lob him over the railing, guys, to kill him instantly. Now, in this room, you got another file. This is 37 of 43. But red work. He's from Hightown, this guy. Born and bred. Yeah. Now, 4 enemies are going to spawn once you get around this corner. But to avoid fighting them all, we're going to quickly run down here, lob that acid enemy really quick. Be quick, so there's another acid enemy behind you, but on the upper platform. And then start the gate fuse, get through a door to create a checkpoint, and then reload it, guys. There you go. And that's it. That's how to get through that bit quickly without really taking any damage. Nice and clean method. Yep, so once you've reloaded checkpoint, guys, you're going to sell everything at the Reforged. Yep, and now you've uploaded the assault rifle. You can sell everything. We don't need any ammo for now. All we're going to be doing from this point on is using the assault rifle. So you just always want to make sure you've got some assault rifle ammo. But once you sold everything, first loot the file from that corpse on the floor. That's 38 of 43. Ji-Kwan Park. Loot that. Also grab the loot from the table and also the health injector from the wall box. Yep, and now you can craft the assault rifle, guys. This is the best weapon. It doesn't seem like it, but it is. It fires three bullets at once, and they do seem to do a lot of damage. It does get through a lot of ammo, but the ammo is quite cheap anyway. But yeah, it's the fastest way. I tried this boss, which we're about to face. I reloaded this save multiple times, trying every weapon fully upgraded. I tried every weapon fully upgraded, and this one works the best. It's the best weapon. So all we're doing, we're going to upgrade it, not to the top upgrade, just to the final damage upgrade. That's what we're upgrading it for. Because anything else, it's way too expensive. I think the next one costs 4,800. Very expensive. So that's what we're doing, guys. Upgrading it to the final damage upgrade. There you go. The magnum rounds damage. That's it. And then all you want to do then is start crafting some ammo for it. Yeah, you want to craft... you want 3 stacks, so you want at least 60. Yeah, so craft 3 stacks of assault rifle ammo. Like I say, you want at least 60. If you want to craft a few more, there's absolutely no problem with that. If you don't use it now, you'll be using it later. This boss, we're about to face 2-head again, and he takes about 50 rounds, 40 to 50 if you're accurate. So 60 is normally enough, but it only leaves a little bit of leeway. But if you want a bigger leeway, just buy probably 80. There you go. Make sure you reload it, because when we bought the Magnum clip, when we bought the clip upgrade, it makes it so you can hold 25 in the clip now instead of 20. It's not a very big upgrade. You thought it'd be at least 30, or maybe even double the size. But no, it gives you like an extra 25% clip space. But yeah, once you've done all that, guys, climb the ladder inside, and then come through here. You'll drop down, you'll rendezvous with Dani, and there'll be a little cutscene, and then a little boss fight, guys. I'm just going to skip past the cutscene. Get used to this guy. You're going to be fighting him at least 2 more times after this. I know, they overused this boss. Way overused him. But he's a much easier with the assault rifle. So you're going to run away, turn around straight away, run away a little distance, turn around and start shooting him. Try to go for headshots if you can. You do more damage. But he goes down pretty quick, so once he kneels for the first time, go up to him and melee him to make him separate his head. There you go. And then after that, just wait for him to get control. Don't shoot him straight away. He seems to be invincible for a few seconds after he recovers. Just wait for him to start walking to you again. And normally, there you go. Now, if you're not quick enough, other enemies start to spawn. Yeah, he goes down pretty quick. Look at that. But make sure you loot him afterwards. He drops a CPU printer. There's 7 containers in the area if you want to get them and break them for some more loot. I only bother with a few on the way out. I mean, this one here and this one. But yeah, there's a few more containers in the area if you want a bit more loot. But yeah, if you don't kill him quick enough, other enemies will start spawning, just basic enemies. So try to get rid of them quick before any other enemies spawn. But if not, if you do see any enemies, just be cautious and try to make sure that you're always watching your surroundings, just in case another enemy comes up behind you or something. There are wall spikes. You can't pick up the boss, but you can pick up normal enemies if you want to lob them at wall spikes. You got a container there. Just have to go up the steps with Dani. Container. You want to grab it and get loot. In the grill there, in the grill bar, if you go through there and go left, there's a energy converter. I'm not going to get it, but yeah, there's a energy converter through there at the end if you want it. I think it's out the back on a little table. But all we're going to keep doing, we're just going to come through here and we're going to end up back where we started this chapter pretty much. And there's going to be loads of new enemies. But these enemies are a bit easier to take care of. So there's going to be Reforged machine in here. And some loot beside it. We're going to sell the items at the Reforge. Well, we're going to sell the CPU printer. Yep, and when it comes to ammo, you can sell all your ammo from now on, but keep all your assault rifle ammo. You're going to need a lot of this at the end of the game. And even going forward, there's going to be a few battles where you're going to need it. And there's going to be a few enemies yet where you have to melee and do the firearm combo. But we use assault rifle from now on. Yeah, so you can sell anything except for assault rifle ammo and your batteries going forward. Alright, so once you're back out here, there's going to be 5 enemies. First one will drop down there, lob on the wall spikes, lob the fat guy on the wall spikes. Come through here, turn around, there'll be 2 bombers. And there'll be another enemy in the distance. The bombers might have knocked him down, so be wary. So, 5 enemies in total to begin with. 2 of them were bombers. It's going to loot them. And now once you get over to the ladder, another enemy's going to drop in. So once you looted these, just be ready. Once you get over to the ladder, make sure you get this loot which a bomber's dropped. There he is, and lob him straight at the wall spikes for a nice quick kill. Loot him. Now when you get to the top of the ladder, there's going to be 2 enemies at the top. So all we're going to do, we're going to grab them and drop them down below. That won't kill them. Just drop them down below. I actually threw him to the opposite side of the catwalk, stupidly. Yeah, just drop him down there. That's it. And then quickly sprint here, get through the door, and then they won't be able to chase you. Because they will come back up the ladder to you, but this way you don't have to fight them. Just drop them down the lower level, and then come through here. Reforge, sell any new items you got if you want to just clear out your inventory a bit. Remember to keep your assault rifle ammo. And then carry on through here. Now instead of following Dani, if you go left, you'll find a pristine decoder in the corner here. These sell for 750. A lot of credits there. Right, and carry on through the labs. Once you get through the labs, guys, you're going to get a trophy called What Lies Beneath. Find the source. And there's nothing else to really collect. But just make your way through the labs, guys, and I'll see you at the next boss fight. It's not too far away. Like I say, just watch out for that trophy, What Lies Beneath. Find the source.
No, not back then. It used to be the mine shaft. Up to the surface.
Why would they cover it?
Dunno. But we have to cut through there to get back to the prison.
Greetings. I am Dr. Caitlyn Mahler, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to Arcus Station. We're excited to share with you our findings, the culmination of decades of research.
Who's she talking to?
Not us.
I'm gonna download what I can from here. Meet you inside the dome.
It began with a distress call. A mysterious contagion of accelerated evolution. After securing the site, a lab was constructed. And later, after decades of searching, the prize is finally within our grasp.
Yeah, once you pop this trophy, guys, you want to just go into your settings and you want to turn off auto dodge. We're going to try and do a misc trophy now for getting a perfect dodge 5 times, but you want to turn off auto dodge because it will not work with auto dodge on. And the way we're going to do this, I'll just explain to it now before the boss fight starts. It's quite difficult to do a perfect dodge. The timing is very, very difficult. But the way I do it is without auto dodge, you're supposed to alternate, aren't you? Hold left to dodge, then hold right to dodge, then hold left to dodge, hold right to dodge, vice versa. You're supposed to alternate. But the way to do the perfect dodge really easily is keep flicking it in one direction. So if you're holding left, keep flicking it left, and then straight away keep flicking it right, keep flicking it left, keep flicking it right. Like that. I try to do it with like sort of 2 fingers on the analog stick. I can flick it a bit quicker that way. And then do it the opposite way and just keep doing that, and that allows you to get a perfect dodge. It's probably like every 1 in 2 times you'll get a perfect dodge if you do it that way. It's a really easy way to do it. You might take a bit of damage, but don't worry, if you do die, any perfect dodges you've already done will save. So if you do 2 die, you've only got to do 3 more. You've only got to do 5 in total for a trophy. But yeah, turn off auto dodge, keep flicking in one direction, dodge, keep flicking in the other direction, and just keep doing that. So keep flicking left, keep flicking right, keep flicking left, and keep doing that, guys, each time. Really easy to do it. You'll see me do it a few times. I did have to reload to get the last fuse. I didn't quite get him in time before I beat him. But yeah, this is the boss fight. So all you've got to do with this guy, we're doing the perfect dodges. You sort of treat this guy like a normal enemy. Wait for him to finish his combo, then you counter and then shoot him. But then you need to wait for him to attack again. Don't try and melee him straight after shooting him, because it won't work. Yeah, he normally counters you then. Yeah, this guy, he counters you quite a lot. So wait for him to finish his combo. He can do up to 6. So just make sure you wait for him to stop. And then melee him, and then shoot. And then go back to the dodge. Yeah, you'll know when you do a perfect dodge, because you're going to slow motion for a moment. Remember, we've got to do 5 altogether. Like so, that's a perfect. Yeah, so one more I think I need to do. There we go. Fly like a butterfly. So once you got that, you can turn auto dodge back on. Yeah, so you go into options, turn on auto dodge. Then all you got to do again is just hold back whenever he's attacking to dodge. This fight, I've tried waiting without damaging him, because you don't actually properly kill him. The fight sort of ends after so much time. But I think you have to do a bit of damage as well. Because you find if you don't do any damage, it don't seem to progress. But as you do damage, you'll get dialogue to let you know that the fight's progressing. You know, like Dani will say she's almost done and stuff, and then eventually he'll kick you away. Yep, like so, he'll kick you away, and then that'll sort of end the battle, guys. You do have to fight this guy later on again. But yeah, that's it. That's what happens. He sort of kicks you towards Dani, and that marks the end of that battle. There'll be a little cutscene now. There was some ammo in that boss area, by the way. I didn't mention it because you don't really get a chance to collect it anyway, especially not on maximum security difficulty. But yeah, there is some ammo in that boss fight if you needed it, but you shouldn't really anyway. But once you're done, you come over to this elevator, guys, activate it, and there'll be another little cutscene. After the cutscene, on the left there'll be some loot on the crate, and then on the right there'll be a file. This is 39 of 43, Duncan coal, and on the left there's a small container you can pull down and break for some loot. You got some loot on the left here as well, just before the Reforged. And then at the Reforged, guys, sell everything except for your assault rifle ammo. Yeah, sell everything except for that. And I can't believe that file, I almost forgot about it. I got so far, I got to here I think, and then I remembered to just reload that checkpoint to show you me collecting it from the start. But yeah, don't forget any of these files, very important. There's no chapter select, is there? So once you get over here, Dani's going to activate the controls and open this door. But just to the left, you've got a CPU printer. Good. Sell for 1,000 credits, these two. Yeah, I'll just take this moment to show you all my collectibles. Yeah, that's how we're looking so far. The trophy pops on 42 out of 43. And I mean, I've not tested this. And I won't be testing it in the future. I just don't have time to do that. And I don't think it's really necessary. But I think to pop this trophy, the one for collecting everything, I think all you just need to get every person once. Because some of the people, they have 3 or so different files. 3 or 4 different audio logs just for that specific person. But I think you just need one of each. That's what I think. But we get them all anyway. That's just my little theory on the matter. But yeah, chapter 8 now, guys. Tower. So just get through this cutscene, and we'll pick up afterwards. You should get a trophy here as well. Full circle, get thrown back into your original cell. You know what that means. No toilet roll again. But yeah, we're back in the same area. But we're going to be exploring a little bit of a different part of it. This is pretty quick chapter. There's a lot of cutscenes. Yeah, but that's a trophy you'll get, full circle. A lot of cutscenes nearer to the end. The credits for this game goes on for about 30 minutes, literally. I watch the credits just in case there's a little hidden stinger right at the end of them. But yeah, nothing at all. Nothing at all. I know you can watch it from the main menu, but I thought maybe it might be a bit different if you watch it after completing the game. But the ending makes you think what the DLC may consist of. The story DLC, which is going to come last. I won't spoil anything, but yeah, it's sort of... They might not even go that route. It feels like they will. You know, it makes it possible. Giving them something to show in the DLC. But we'll see at the end. I'll mention that again at the end of the video. The cell, it will open eventually. Yeah, you're not going to be locked in here forever. Yeah, don't cry. Yeah, 5, 2, 1. There you go. The gate is open. But we're going to get a trophy here for taking a picture. So go into photo mode, press R2, and that'll pop the hardest trophy in the game. Yeah, this trophy works on any difficulty, believe it or not. Yeah, the mugshot trophy, you can do it on any difficulty. It's not difficulty bound. And then come through here, there's going to be a boss fight soon. And I'm sure you can guess what boss it's going to be. Yeah, do not loot that chest. It's a trick. Do not give in to the temptation. It's just there to tease you. I know it looks all shiny. Something interesting inside it. But yeah, don't loot it. It's a critter. I'm sure it would have suffocated by now. But I don't know. I don't know how these alien life forms, how they breathe. Maybe it's just hibernating. But there's 2 glass cabinets in here. And over there by them, you know, beside each other. But there's another one here, a big one, with some ammo inside. Right, once you've got all that ammo, guys, come in here. It's going to be a little boss fight. If you need more ammo, go to the Reforged machine. So here, yeah. You got 2 heads. Got to beat him, guys. Yeah, if you've not seen this guy before, yeah, he's got 2 heads. You have to beat him once, knock him down. And then you melee him. Yeah, then melee him like so. And then he'll sort of rip away 1 head, which is useless, discarded, not used no more. Yeah. I think one of the heads has got 1 brain cell, but the other one's got 99. The brain cell's not shared equally. Yeah, so just keep running around the outside of the area. I'm running around the outside just because obviously there's bigger distance on the outer perimeter. So I've got more chance to turn and shoot before I need to run away again. Yeah, if he gets close, just make sure you hold back to dodge, because they will instant kill you. There you go. He's not dead. I thought he was dead then. Yeah, I think it might just be with this fight. But just make sure, even when he's got 1 head left, when you knock him down, that doesn't mean he's dead. I think you've got to go and melee him as well. So yeah, just don't get cocky and run away straight away thinking he's dead. There he is. Now, that's what was supposed to happen. He was supposed to collapse the first time I sort of took down his health when he had 1 head. But no, it seems you have to melee him at that point as well. But once you killed him, guys, loot the gate fuse from the panel, and you can use it to unlock the door. Yeah, that gate fuse, I don't think there's some sort of exploit, because if you come to this panel before getting that one, you've somehow got a gate fuse in your inventory. It's weird. But I've just shown you how to get it anyway, just in case it gets patched. But yeah, go to Reforged, guys. Sell everything except for your assault rifle ammo and any batteries. And then start this. If you want some assault rifle ammo, just to be safe, yeah, just buy some, like, perhaps 60 or so. A few stacks, just to play it safe, if you want to. But loot that container. Come up here, go right to get a CPU printer. Now, it's going to be collectible up here. If you try and get this, it triggers 2 enemies. But it's a little trick. First, open this shift door. So this door's unlocked. Yep, open that. And then go and grab the file. This is 40 of 43. Dr. Tala Ishmeni. Grab that quickly. Then that'll trigger the 2 enemies. Then quickly come through here. It'll trigger a checkpoint. And then reload it. Yep, and that'll despawn them 2 enemies. So that's them 2 out of the way. Now these lockers. Yep, do not loot the middle one. There's a critter inside. Loot the first and third, but not the middle. Okay, pull that enemy to you over from the gurney and kill him. You want to kill him here because if you go too far forward, it's going to trigger another one. And this is how we're going to fight one at a time. Yeah, the next enemy, he'll spawn over here. So what you want to do, grab him, bring him over here, and then kill him here out of reach. Because again, if you go too far forward, more enemies will spawn, and we're trying to kill them all one by one. So pull him out of that little mental room once you get his attention, and then carry on forward a bit more. Now next to spawn, it's one normal enemy and 2 bombers. So spawn them and then start moving back. Yeah, so 2 bombers. You can use the bombers to kill the normal enemy if you want to. There you go. And then next to spawn, guys, is a acid enemy. There's a container in that room, by the way, on the left. Yeah, so an acid enemy next. He'll come from that locked door on the left just up ahead. There you go. Again, bring him to you, turn him around, and then start working your way back down the corridor. Yep, because once you get near the end, it spawns 2 enemies at once. Now, I should have said this to you, but there's a canister here. Do not destroy it. Yeah, health there. Don't know why that spawns. I don't need it. Yeah, there's canister there. Now, you want to use that here, because 2 enemies spawn at once. One will spawn from there, kill him, but then another one will start coming up the steps. That way, you can get rid of that first one really quick. Get him out of the way, so you only have one to deal with. Yeah, that canister comes in really handy there. So yeah, I'd really advise to save that canister for that bit, otherwise you're going to have to fight 2 enemies at once. Alright, so loot these 2. And then come down the steps for the next bunch of enemies. There'll be a checkpoint down here as well. You can reload this checkpoint to get your battery back. There it is. Yeah, so this bit will be just the same as the buff. If you go too far forward, it's going to spawn more enemies. So move so far until the first enemy spawns. Then pull him to you, turn him around, and then start killing him. Just make sure you are going back down the corridor. Because if you move along it, just a few steps, you might trigger the next one. So get rid of him. Loot this wall box on the wall. There's a health injector. Or you might want to get rid of this guy first. There's an acid enemy in the next room. And a normal enemy. So you do not want to go near there. That's it. Get rid of him. Loot the wall box if you haven't already. And then just at the end, before you go into any more rooms, just over here, guys, is a pristine energy converter. So come into the room next, into the morgue. At the end, yeah, he'll drop in acid enemy, lob him on the wall spikes, and then grab that guy from the gurney, lob him at the wall spikes as well. Loot these 2. Now, just outside this room, there's a canister. You can pick it up and use it to, because there's another acid enemy out here. There he is. And there's a bomber as well. So yeah, kill the acid enemy and the bomber. Now, there's a guy in this room. If you don't go too close to the doorway, you will not spawn him. And you can leave him. And you can come in here right when he spawns and lob him over the rail, which will kill him. And then grab the container and loot the health injector from it. And then climb down it. There'll be a checkpoint down here. You can reload to get your battery back. Yeah, so here you need to be very, very careful. Through that doorway, it's one critter. So what I normally do, run to the doorway, run back, and then turn around and get ready to grab him and throw him. It's only one. And I'll come out here, grab the vent cover off there. And as soon as this enemy drops in, grab him and then melee him to do the upcut combo, then quickly get in the crawl space. If you don't do it that way, you're going to have to fight 2 enemies at once in that little corner, which can be tricky. So that's the best way to do it. Get rid of the critter first, pull the vent cover off before you reach a corner, then go towards the corner, an enemy will drop in. They don't drop in together, normally that enemy drops in and then about 3 seconds later the other enemy will come in. So then you grab him, upcut him to knock him down, then that gives you a small window to quickly get in the vent. Because you walk slower in that corner because of all the sort of nesting on the floor. And then once you get in here, guys, you're going to reload to checkpoint. Yeah, there'll be a checkpoint straight away. Reload it. And then there'll be a stalker immediately on your left. Grab him and then throw him in them wall spikes ahead. There you go. And then come in here. Grab this gate fuse. Turn around and another enemy will drop in the corridor once you pick it up. And lob him on the wall spikes as well. 2 nice easy kills. And you have to reload checkpoint anyway, because if you don't reload checkpoint there, it doesn't kill them 2 enemies which spawned just before the crawl space. Reloading that checkpoint despawns them. Once you've got a gate fuse, guys, and kill them enemies, come up them steps nearby to get that new audio log. That's 41 of 43. That's Dr. Talat's men. That's another data bio. And then come over to this door. Use your shift to open it and then going through. Now there's only one more enemy here. And he's in a room on the left. But if you keep to the right, you will not trigger him. So keep to the right here. Yeah, there he is on the floor. He only spawns if you get too close. Yep, he's missing a shoe, poor guy. Yeah, I'm sure that's the least of his worries. Yeah, use the gate fuse to unlock the door, guys, and come on through. Yeah, so in this area, you've got a wall box with a health injector inside. You've got a Reforged, and you can sell everything at the Reforged. Now, if you haven't got at least 60 assault rifle ammo, you want to craft some now. So yeah, if you haven't got at least 60, craft some, guys. I think I've got... Did I have 6? I don't know if I just accidentally sold some. But yeah, you need at least 60, guys. We've got... yeah, you know what's coming. We've got to fight 2 heads again. Yeah, another boss fight. Another recycled boss fight. They could at least make it original, like give them 3 heads. And then the next time give them 4, give them 5. That's much more creative. Or maybe give him 3 heads, 3 legs next time, and then 4 legs. Yeah, through here. Alright, so once getting to this, first of all, a acid enemy is going to spawn. Once you first get down here. So there is some wall spikes. There's a checkpoint there, by the way. You might want to reload to get your battery back, which I'm doing. There you go. Yeah, there he is. So grab him and lob him over there for a quick, easy kill. And there's a container over there which you can loot. There you go. Loot the acid enemy. They always drop a lot. This is the last time you have to face him. Or is it? I could be tricking you. Alright, so once you go so far, it's going to trigger him. But you do not want to go too far, otherwise you might trigger other enemies. Just go so far so you sort of hear some enemy screeching, and then wait. And if you want a bit of extra damage, you can grab that canister and lob it at him. But don't damage him too... If you're this side of the window, don't damage him too much, because then you have to hop over the ledge to get to him when he's staggered, and you might not get to him in time. So what I normally do, I just lob the canister, probably do fire 1 round of 3, and then wait for him to come in here. So knock him down. Yep, and then melee him, and then same again. Keep shooting him. Remember, even if he staggers this time with 1 head, go and melee him. But look, he died straight away that time. I don't know why he didn't the time before. Maybe it just depends on how much damage you do or to what part of his body. I don't know. But once you killed him, loot him for the CPU printer. Yeah, that enemy in there, he can trigger. I think if you kill the boss before moving so far into this area, he doesn't trigger. But on the left there is a bomber. So kill the bomber, guys, and then go in that room, grab that loot. Pull the vent cover off and loot the 2 small containers in that vent. Just smash them. And that's all there is for the time being. Yep, come through here next. There's a chest in here somewhere. Do not loot it. Yeah, it's a critter inside. There's a chest here somewhere. Where is it? Yeah, but you got a pristine decoder there, guys. Yeah, we did. I don't remember seeing the chest, but there was a chest back there somewhere. It's got a critter inside, so don't loot it. But yeah, here's the last file, guys. Well, 42 or 43. But that's the last one, which is counted for a trophy at the moment on 1.07. So that should be 42 or 43. And that is Edward Bates. And that's how I'm looking at the moment. There's still 1 more to get. But like I say, I think all you have to do is just get 1 for each person. I think that's all you have to do. But we do get them all anyway. But yeah, that's it. 42 or 43, the Grim Reaper trophy. And then carry on a bit more, guys. Now it's going to be a long cutscene shortly. We've got a big boss fight coming up. But it's going to be a few cutscenes beforehand. So just carry on, guys. Once you get to these cutscenes, I'm going to cut them out. Yeah, I'm going to cut them out. Yeah, like this one, for example. Right, let's go finish this. So once you get control back, in the far right corner of the room, there's going to be an energy converter. There you go. Pick it up. And then carry on up here, guys. You're going to get another little cutscene in a minute, which is going to probably explain some of the story to you. Did you see that? Yeah, so very soon, all the story is going to make quite a bit of sense. But I'll come back just after the next cutscene, guys, and then I can edit that out.
Elevators ahead. Should get us up to the tower.
So, what happened back there? Last thing I remember is those robots jumping us.
Mahler's helping us get the cure.
And you trust her?
Don't got a choice.
But once you get up here into the luxury suites, yeah, the last file is over here on this desk. Yeah, 43 off 43. Duncan Cole. Yeah, I think there's 3 or 4 files for him. Yeah, that's it. That's the last file, guys. 43 off 43. That's all of them complete. And then here's another little cutscene, kind of, which you take control in. So all you need to do, just make your way through the streets and interact with the Rubik's Cube on the floor, guys. You don't have to complete it. Just look at it, and that'll trigger another little cutscene. Yeah, basically you're in Dani's memories right now. Are we ready for the final showdown, guys? The final big boss battle. Seems a bit like a rip-off from, what's his name? Is it G3 in Resident Evil 2? Yeah, these bosses I feel, I don't know, a little bit like they're ripped from Resident Evil 2 in a way. Just obviously changed a bit to fit the story. But yeah, come over to the Reforged, guys. Sell everything except for your assault rifle ammo. And now we're going to max upgrade the pistol. Yep, I finally realised that I didn't craft this damage upgrade for the pistol. Yeah, it took me this long. But yeah, now what we're going to do, basically going to fully upgrade your gun, your pistol, and you'll get a trophy for doing that. You need a gun. Fully upgrade one weapon. Yep, there you go. If you want to, you could reload a save to get the materials back. But we didn't really use too much, did we? Okay, so what we need to do now, guys, I'm going to cut this bit out. But I'll just walk you through what we're doing. We need to craft a minimum 240 assault rifle bullets. I say a minimum because that's always been enough for me. It's always been enough. Saying that though, I think my last shot, I run out of bullets. Because I think on my last bullet, I think I'm about to change weapon. And then the cutscene begins. So I think I literally ran out of bullets. But yeah, you want a minimum 240 assault rifle ammo. It doesn't cost a lot, and each one you buy, you'll get 20 bullets. So just work it out. I mean, if you want 240, it means you have to buy it 12 times. But you might just want to buy a few more. You might want to buy 3 more stacks, so 300 bullets in total. That will be 15 times. So buy it 15 times. But there is ammo in the area. Along the left side of the arena, there's loads of crates, like literally loads of them. There's also just loose pickups, so you got health gel, there's a lot of health gel, a lot of canisters. So if you do run out, it's all there. But this fight ain't too bad. It's pretty simple. I mean, the boss don't do many attacks. They're easily telegraphed. You've got to sort of know what you're doing. It is quite dark, and sometimes then bombers do spawn in, and you can't quite see them. You have to look out for them, and also think about the boss. The thing is, if the boss goes to melee, if you get too close to the boss and you don't dodge, it's an instant kill. I think that's something you need to watch out for. But yeah, craft all them, guys. I think I'm about done it now after talking about all that, so I don't need to cut anything. But yeah, basically 5 stacks of 60 will be 300, of course. So but yeah, alternate fire, that's just what we just unlocked with a pistol. So yeah, once you're done, guys, interact with this, unlock the door. Basically, this fight comes in 2 parts. First, you got to fight the guy we fought before. You know, you had to punch. He was punching you. Ferris, you fight Ferris again, and there's a big monster at the end of it. No, it's not 2 head. Don't worry. But yeah, get through this cutscene, guys, and we'll pick up the battle afterwards. Yeah, eventually you'll get a fight back with this guy. So just exactly the same as before. Dodge his attacks until he stops his combo, and then counter attack, and then shoot him, and then again just start dodging. Just repeat that method. Dodge, counter, shoot. Dodge, counter, shoot. That's it. Just make sure he's finished his combo. Like I say, he can do a 6-handed combo. I think that's the most I've seen. 6-handed combo. That's the most I've seen before. But he won't take too much. He won't take too much, and eventually there'll be a little scene, and he'll morph. Well, basically there'll be another boss fight. The main attraction is about to begin. Yeah. So after the fight, after that cutscene, you got this big bad boy to fight. Yeah. So all you have to do is keep running around, guys, avoiding his attacks and shooting him. So to begin, first I come and hide behind the pillar. What will happen, he's got... If you get too close to you, he'll melee you. Okay, so you need to dodge that to avoid him. Occasionally he'll try and spit acid. To dodge the acid, you just have to get behind one of these pillars. Put a pillar between you and him to dodge that. And sometimes he'll charge at you. If he charges at you, just make sure you're ready to dodge, because he will catch up to you. You won't be able to outrun him unless you sort of keep running around pillars and then jumping over the railing, which you can't. But once you've done so much damage, his cocoon around his head will burst, and then once you've done a bit more, it will sort of respawn and cover his face again, and it will sort of roar. When that happens, it will spawn 4 bombers. They'll, you know, the 4 bombing enemies which crawl towards you and then explode. Yeah, so you need to watch out for them. And that will happen 3 times. So you'll get 3 sets of bombers. Once you've killed 3 sets of bombers, the next time you explode his shield around his face and then do a bit more damage, that'll basically be him dead. Yeah, you can lob the bombers into him if you want, just do a bit more damage to him and stun him. There's canisters around the arena as well, around the outside. Yep, that's pretty much it. So yeah, I just try to always stay near a pillar. The only time I might run to the opposite side and leave myself open for a minute is if I've sort of completed that stage of his fight. You know, when the bomber's about to spawn in. Because you get a little bit of a window there. But yeah, just keep shooting him. Running away. Stay near a pillar so you can quickly hide behind it if you need to. And once he enters the next stage, you know where he spawns the bombers. Try to run away so you've got a bit of time to get rid of the bombers without him right on your ass, ready to instant kill you. And then keep an eye out for the bombers. The bombers, they climb in one of the windows around the outer perimeter of the area, and there's always 4, and they normally crawl in bunches of 2. You have 2 come in, and then you have another 2 come in very shortly afterwards. Yeah, so there's one, there's the other one. All I do not grab any for too long. Just grab one, get rid of it. You can lob it at the enemy, at the boss, if he's close by, you know, but you do not want to be hanging around, because I found as well, if you hold him in your hand for too long, they explode. Yeah, so just keep baiting him around here. The good thing is as well, if you get rid of the bombers quickly, you can just focus on the boss. And when it's just the boss, all you need to do is just keep baiting him around some pillars, like so. Each time he attacks and you dodge, that's your window to just put some distance between you. But don't shoot him until you're near a pillar, so that when he's about to do his acid, you can move behind it like so. And that's it, guys. Got him. So you've got another long little cutscene, and then the escape sequence. Right, now time to escape. Yeah, do not let Dani in front, by the way. Do not let her in front, because there's only one escape pod. And you can only fit 1 man in. So yeah, try to get to the escape pods before her. There's not really much you can do. But you'll see in a minute how probably the DLC is going to continue when story 1 releases at the end, is it summer next year? I know New Game Plus comes in February, then there's going to be some skins, and then there's going to be like a sort of horde mode sort of thing. I think the story DLC is going to come last. Yeah, once you get here, guys, that's pretty much the end of the game. You got a cutscene now, and I'll get through this and we'll get to the credits. Let you enjoy it. Yeah, so do you reckon this is where the DLC is going to continue from? It makes you wonder, don't it? If it's going to continue from there, you know, where Jacob trying to escape. I don't know what he's going to do, because self-destruct system, and it's just basically falling down. But no doubt it's not even going to go there. Going to save that for a sequel, if it happens. But yeah, once you get to the credits, guys, that should pop the last few trophies. So you've got 2 difficulty ones. That's one for completing it on end of difficulty, one for completing it on maximum security, and then should be platinum. The protocol is about life. And there we go. It's over, Jacob. We got a platinum. Don't have to play this game ever again. Now, I've played it a lot, and probably on my first few playthroughs, I was really looking forward to the DLC. But I'm not so sure now. If they bring harder trophies, it might be interesting. You know, going through permadeath mode to get a trophy, because this guy should come in very useful for that. But I feel like if they're going to implement different difficulties, I think they're going to change things around. You know, like where items are, where enemies are. That's what I reckon. We'll see. Same with New Game Plus. I think they're going to change things up a bit with where enemies are and such. Yeah, but yeah, that's my platinum walkthrough, guys. How to get through it without damage. Yeah, I did say at the start, I did have to retry a few segments because I've not quite practiced it to a point where I can just pick up the game and go through it all without taking damage, without any retries. Some things I did just have to retry a few times, you know, checkpoint reloads. But yeah, that's pretty much it without cutscenes, 3.5 hours, platinum without damage. I don't think it's too bad. I hope I've kept it nice and easy for you. If you follow the whole thing, or the text guide was useful as well, if you've been sort of using them both. But hope you've enjoyed it, guys. Hope it helped. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.